You can't handle me at my You don't deserve me at my Let's check out Amanda. A lucky pick. Ooh. I don't know what it means, but I definitely trust a dating app to shove an interaction down my throat. She's 33, similar to people you've liked, but doesn't meet all of your preferences. Oh, that's what the lucky pick means. Yeah, just trust the algorithm. That's how OkCupid got their start. Member? And just look at them now. Okay, don't look at them now. Move out of your mom's house already. Okay. Get a divorce. What? Stop reproducing like it's your job. Adding to the last line, get a real job. Jesus Christ. I haven't even talked to this person and already I am so exhausted by everything you represent. Real men don't have Snapchat. Bro, who's got a Snapchat? You like chatting up some 18-year-olds or something. You're 33, what the hell is this? I'm conservative. I believe a man should lead, but y'all out here leading women off cliffs. I'll follow when you act right. Oh boy. I'll definitely follow, but only when it suits me. That's not how that works. Be useful. Bring something to the table other than aggravation and commitment issues. No, you. Come finish remodeling my house. You're a disaster. I've got project out the ass right now, lol. I don't know, maybe just don't be a waste of my time. Oh, Amanda, you are gonna die alone in an unfinished house full of cats, aren't you? This is all very concerning. The algorithm has let me down once again. How can you come out of the gate like this and expect anybody to be interested? If you see a profile with even one of these lines, you better turn and run. All of them put together? God, it's like an unholy abomination. I can't bear to look at it any longer. And then kind of the flip inverse, but not really. We've got Nice Girl. I got kids to feed. I need some money and I do nothing for it. Take it or leave it. I have to respect your honesty at the very least. None of this BS about I'll follow when it suits me. She's like, you give me money and I'll apparently not spend it on my hair. Seriously, why does your hair look like a bunch of straw? This is concerning. Is your backdoor man Mr. Ed? Is that what's happening right now?
Market drops 5 points. I'm glad my money's tied up in hay.
For real though, I want something serious, but y'all play too much, so... And using the wrong two, just no spelling, no comprehension of the English language. Some guys might get hooked in, and for those men, I am very concerned. She ain't gonna do nothing but get fat, sit on your couch all day. Then, a decade later, she's gonna take half your stuff when she goes off to find herself. You think it doesn't happen? 'Cause it do. Don't fall for it, fellas. Leave this one alone, fellas. I'm helping today. I'm doing great. Here we go. I hate when I get ignored. Oh yeah, let's all ignore the really weird and pretty girl. Nobody says that last part. just the really weird girl, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know, gas yourself up however you want. Well, whatever gets you through the day, you know? Stop lying. A lot of you dudes date and marry them, lol. This is about, blondes have more fun. And this Redditor took that personally. Too many guys are red pill and don't like substance. I am noticing who is getting engagement rings. Yeah, she's got an Excel sheet. She charted this whole thing out. Oh my God. How many blonde women got engaged this week? It's over for us. I have to go buy some peroxide. Is it not a somewhat strange inference that you presume everybody with this hair color is shallow? It's been like this since teen years. Yeah, and you still haven't taken a look at yourself. This is why women like Harriet Tubman, Judge Judy, Anita Hill, Joan of Arc, Ida B. Wells, and any other prominent female figure in history usually die alone, lol. Seems to me like you're just picking names out of a hat right now. Harriet Tubman and Judge Judy? I don't know much about history, but I do know my daytime TV, and trust me when I tell you, Judge Judy's been married for a long time. Edit, 130 plus downvotes. This is an entirely new record of brigading, lol. What, you think we all got together and we're like, let's go downvote this post? Or do you think we scrolled past it and said, wow, that's stupid, downvote? You guys are like flies to a lamp. Oh yeah, because you were setting a new record. All of this was on purpose. So that means it's okay to downvote you, right? What a strange selection of women. I really can't get over it. And I don't think any of them are blonde. Why are you like this, OP? If you don't want to die alone, you really don't have to, but you do need to make some changes within yourself so you're at least tolerable to be around. Or if you're going the other way and aiming to be a prominent female figure in history, good luck. Oh, damn. All right. This dude matched with this girl and ended up swiping on her again, and she's like, "Chick, stop swiping right on me for not wanting me. You made a big mistake because I'm really nice and a good girl." Yeah, first word out of your mouth is jerk, but she's super nice. She's all about second chances. And I'm probably cooler than those other girls you talking to. I also have more friends on Insta and talking to very hot, cool guys. Very rude to delete me. Are you trying to convince yourself right now? You wouldn't be so caught up if you had so many people in the DMs, right? But no, this dude unmatched her once and she took that very personally. And you didn't give me a chance to respond. I was just going through some stuff, but I am a cool person when I feel good. And I do talk a lot when I know someone. Because I don't know you yet is why I don't talk much. But I do talk lots to my close friends. Already you're asking me way too much effort to put into somebody that I don't know. Sometimes people do have bad days, you know, but that does not really excuse bad behavior. And also, on top of that, based on the context of this whole thing, she's having another bad day. I don't think she knows what a good day feels like. Don't complain how you always get bitches that cheat on you when you rejected a good girl. OP just says, yikes. It's really the only proper response, isn't it? No, I'm not willing to dig through this crap pile for the diamond that I have been assured is in there somewhere. Maybe someday we'll find it. It might take a decade. And then once I finally find it, she's gonna pawn it for the cash value and initiate a divorce and go off to find herself because she hasn't been happy for years. Oh my God. She seems lonely, honestly. She could have flipped this whole thing with a bit of contrition. Been like, hey, my bad. I was having a bad day last time we met. Let's try this whole thing again. But instead, she comes at it with righteous indignation. How dare you unmatch me, jerk? That's a good way to get unmatched again. See you later. All right, here's a woman losing her mind over memes. Why are you responding with memes? Because that's what depressed late 20s, early 30s somethings do. I can't muster the strength to make words. Here's a picture from a movie I like. The girl says, never, lol, never. You'll never attain emotional maturity if you're so into memes. Then go join Discord, Reddit, or something. This is no funny business. You don't get to reply to me with snide memes that you get from the internet. I need answers. Jesus Christ, dude. You know that little bit of joy that you have left in your life? Let me crush it out of you. I demand. And then OP has the perfect response. He just sends a cookie eater meme. He's like, what I do though. So funny. I think there is something to be said for like being authentic and speaking your mind. But first prove to me that you're even worth the effort, you know? She just feels entitled to that as soon as we meet. And that's just not how the world works. Again, these asinine memes, just grow up. I won't deal with it. It's just a big emoji. And you are a big baby. What kind of grown man uses memes still? It's 2023. That's true, now we just do emoji spam. It's even more low effort. Is this the method of communication that you're looking for? Finally, OP snaps, gives her a dose of reality. Really, I can't blame her. I would have probably gone in with the tongue in cheek a little further. But yeah, you don't have to stand for it if you're not having fun anymore. So he says, okay, yeah, that's enough. I'm not letting you judge my emotional maturity based on a bunch of reaction stickers. The fact that you lose your shit over yellow and blue balls of animated characters and call everything a meme is a testament to your emotional capacity. No disrespect, but you're a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
That's putting it very lightly. You were so gentle with this. She says, lol, coming from you, those are pretty big words. Go ahead, use another meme to vent out. Yeah, because now that she's gotten a glimpse of actual authenticity, she doesn't know how to respond to it. She's like, oh, just give me another meme so I can keep on ranting. How did you get this dumb? Is it natural? Do you have to work at it? OP sends a dog, waving goodbye, I think. Oh yeah, keep them coming, lol. It's a blue dog now. Oh good, you know what a blue dog is. I'm so proud of you. OP says it's purple. And it means bye. It's purple. It is purple, isn't it? I'm colorblind. I didn't even catch it. Oh, that got me really good, dude. Probably the best mic drop in the video so far before exiting the conversation. Like, you don't even know your colors. Let's start there. The second she got like an actual glimpse of OP and his authenticity and how he felt, she's like, just go back to the memes, because she's so uncomfortable and so vapid that the only thing she knows how to do is complain. So yes, please keep feeding me something to complain about, because that is all my existence is. You want to know why people respond to this woman with memes more often than not? Because she doesn't warrant any actual effort. What did you see in this conversation? Just a bunch of holier than thou bullshit. Get over yourself. Ranting about emotional maturity does not make you emotionally mature. It's so basic. All right, we're leaving it behind now. About me. We'll never get a boyfriend. It sucks so much. I don't want to live. Sad face. Oh, Jesus. We're baiting unalive before anybody has even swiped on this profile? What are you doing out here? You need to do some serious self-work before you get on a dating app. What the hell? I guess I'm no good ever as a girl. I try so hard, I really do. I speak English. Yeah, I guess she speaks English better than some of the examples we've seen today. But you're using it all wrong. We don't use it to guilt each other into relationships. This is only gonna end badly. She's gonna find some abusive dude who either thinks to himself, I could fix her, or I could take advantage of her. It is most unfortunate, but OP does try to be like a human dude, bro, you know? And he swipes on her, and he says, hey, I'm not looking for anything right now, but I just wanted to tell you to hang in there, because you'll find that special someone someday. I've personally given up with relationships for the time being, but just for a while, because I know one day I will meet the right person, and I'm sure you will too. Smiley face. I am the right person. Stop being selfish. Question mark. Back away slowly. No sudden movements. I do admire you for putting yourself out there and being like, hey, it's gonna be all right. But really, it doesn't usually help to hear it from an external source. Sometimes you just gotta lean away and be like, you know what? I hope you learn those things for yourself, but I can't be there to hold your hand. It's just not my job. Admirable? Yes, but a bit too much smoke around this trash fire for me. It's pretty easy to steer clear. Now we got some OnlyFans content creators swiping right on Tinder just so they can sell their stupid butthole for the price of a quarter pounder. Okay. Let's see how it works. I'm an escort and I sell my content. Content, huh? That's what they're calling it nowadays. OP just says, oh. You don't even need to dude. Just unmatch at that point. Be like, you know what? I don't have to explain myself to you. I'm gonna leave now. I'm looking for a human connection, not pictures of your genitals. There are plenty of those on the internet. And she says, yeah. What the hell is even that?
What the hell is even that?
Are you a saleswoman or not? Sell me on this. You gotta be like, rock your world or something like that. Not just, yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, you can buy it if you want or whatever. Yeah. God, you are about as deep as a wet sidewalk, aren't you? OP says, yeah, I'm sort of not interested in paying for sex and content, so sorry. Do not apologize. If you really want to continue the conversation, maybe flip the script, Just be like, hey, what do you charge? And she'll be like, 200 for an hour. And you're like, okay, cool. I charge 300, so here's my address, and you bring me the $100 to make up the difference. If that's what you're looking for at all. And of course, this E-thought has the classiest response ever, and she says, okay, lol, you're ugly anyways. Madam, nothing could be as ugly as your soul. The child that you were weeps for the person that you've become. Just hit her with the heaters, End up making her cry. Ask where her dad went. Jesus. We could have had a civil conversation, but now the gloves are off. You want to do this? We're taking it to the mat. I really do hate how OP keeps responding too. Just fucking walk away. What's wrong with you? OP says, okay. Okay? Question mark? I don't know why you're throwing insults, but whatever. Hope you find what you're looking for. I will, but you won't. Oh yeah, totally. You building your retirement plan out of butthole photos? Let me know how that works out for you. I figure you got 5-10 years, and hopefully by then the nest egg is built, or else like, what you gonna do? Go get a job at Walmart, I guess. Then have all the high schoolers come in and be like, is this you? And she's like, yeah, 10 years ago. And they're like, oh, gross. OP seems like a nice, decent boy. I'm sad that he had to have this interaction. But luckily, OP gets at it. He probably will find what he's looking for. This thought out here on Tinder trying to hawk photos of herself. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to true happiness. But I can't live your life for you. You make your own choices. Even if you do seem to get deeply offended when somebody else makes the choice not to consume the subpar content, guaranteed subpar content that you're selling, right? OP continues being a precious little boy and he says, hey, why are you being so rude all of a sudden? I hope you're farming content right now. Just killing her with kindness, giving her enough rope to hang herself. She just says, because. Because why? Because you ugly as a mother. Then why even match with me in the first place? To get you as a customer, but it's okay. I get that you're broke. Yeah, not broke enough to sell photos of my butt on the internet. See what I mean? You can shut this down left and right. OP's just rolling with the punches. I'm gonna assume it's because he enjoys the trolling. Because even somebody without eyes can see that this whole thing ain't swinging back around. It's time to disengage. OP, again, classy gentleman, says, oh, well, you can't handle rejection. And yeah, I am broke because I spend money on my necessities first. Look at this little big brain boy. God, I just want to take a bite out of your head. There's so many good and wonderful things in there. OP must be protected at all costs. And then this harpy, this wench is like, ha ha, ugly ass. Okay, discount Dora. Good luck with your shit. It kind of snapped near the end. But he could have done a lot worse. I still think he's a sweet little guy, and I do hope you find what you're looking for, OP. And then the girl says, oh, thanks. Yeah, I didn't actually mean it. It's like she's expecting her body to sell itself, you know? You gotta lean in with the Dora thing. Come on, like I said, it's a little bit of salesmanship. Just be like, oh yeah, you can swipe some money and be swiper, and you can see Dora's choncha. I think I'm still good, bye. This is crazy, dude. Oh, here's another dude rematching with a girl that he unmatched, supposedly because he didn't recognize her. But I don't know, it happens far too often. I think these dudes are just trying to shoot their shot again. And if that's the case, you know, just be straight with it. Hop in the DMs, be like, you feeling like less of a bitch now? Did that settle you down some?
That gentled you down some, didn't it?
I don't know what's happened to me today. OP says, no, look, I'm sorry if I'm coming across as a dick, but I have seen a lot of red flags. I chose to ignore them at the time because I felt like we connected pretty well, but then you seemed to want nothing to do with me. I noticed that, but I figured you were going through a rough patch. Then you did what you did, and I realized that it wasn't because you're having a tough time. You just wanted a placeholder, and I've got too much respect for myself to be that. Oh, she's a cheater. Yep. Low self-esteem, no self-respect. Again, good on OP for laying his cards on the table. And then the nice girl says, okay, cool. You don't have to go this far with making your point. I've already said that you're not getting the full me. You're just getting hurt me that just lost everything. So if you really don't care, then there's the door, bitch. I'm not an easy person to put up with, apparently. And yet, here you are, expecting people to put up with you instead of working on yourself so that you're easier to put up with. What are you doing? Like I said earlier on, bad days happen, but they're not an excuse for bad behavior. Do you feel no shame about the things that you said, the way that you acted? Apparently not, because you're gonna continue acting the exact same way. OP says, look, I did care. But if you're gonna treat me like you don't want me in your life, then why would I force myself into it? I'm not trying to do anything. I just got out of a year-long relationship, lost my best friend, was at my brother's house for the first time since my sister committed. Like, get off my dick of you don't want to be on it. I just need someone who's gonna be there, but you don't just instantly get trust, especially not with someone who has proved time and time again that no one's really here for the long run. I'm sorry I hurt you. I have no excuse or reason to. I really am. My intentions were never to hurt anyone. I'm just unstable right now. Okay, when do you see yourself being stable? How are you working to get to that point? Oh, you're not, and just kind of magically expecting it to happen. Then you're gonna continue to push people away and be alone. Which is fine. I can't live your life for you, but I do want to say, if you would like that to change, you need to do some work within yourself, preferably with a therapist of some sort. And stop with the trauma dumping. Like I said, none of this is an excuse. It's a reason you behaved poorly, but all that stuff doesn't go out of the window. Your apology means nothing. You underline the entire apology by writing it off and saying, oh, look, I'm just unstable. That doesn't excuse anything. What is going on in your head? OP says, you proved to me that you're not here for the long run. See, good, pointing out that projection. We have some very insightful OPs today. I like them. Maybe I pushed you away because I knew that I was already getting attached, and I couldn't handle being attached to someone who may not want me. My God, it's just what I said earlier, isn't it? I already got your number, woman. Take the advice that I'm offering, please. Maybe I was so scared of getting comfortable with someone when I knew I was gonna lose more. Have you ever had a relationship before? Relationships are always a gamble. You give yourself over to another person in at least some form or capacity, right? If you're not willing to do that, then go back to square one. Stop shitting on dudes for no reason. Now this guy might be carrying around some trust issues because of your poor actions. And you can go ahead and swap the genders for that too. It's good advice for life. OP says, look, in the future, I hope you know sometimes that's a risk worth taking. You might miss out on some good people if you do that. Precisely what I said as well. She's just a mess. She's not ready for all this, okay? But she's also not even willing to start the healing process and admit this to herself. So instead, she's gonna continue going on dating apps and hurting people. And then sort of apologizing, but not really because, lol, she's just so unstable. Isn't that quirky? No, you're a terrible person. You need to cut it out. I'm just being real with you right now. Why do you continue to make these choices? I bet you won't swipe on this girl a third time. Will you, OP? Yeah, he probably will. Anyways, hey, I'm not back at uni until Wednesday. Aha. Why? Because I'm doing a master's degree, so I'm only in twice a week. Bit stupid. Master's degree actually takes a lot of time and hard effort, something that I'm pretty sure you know nothing about. Just sitting here on dating apps criticizing other people's lives. What about you, nice girl? What do you have going on in your life? Tell me some things that you enjoy so I can break them in front of you. OP says, no, it's heavily research-based, so I'm writing a 15,000 word thesis. Pointless, get a job. I mean, that is the end goal of the master's degree, isn't it? But no, I better just drop out in the middle of the master's degree. Go get a job at McDonald's. She really is just a bitter, hateful little person. You can tell she's got nothing going on. She doesn't offer a goddamn thing to the conversation. Just needlessly criticizing every breath OP takes. OP still, for some reason, presses on and says, oh, I want to work in academia, so I need a master's, ha ha ha. No. I mean, or be a lecturer if I have to. Ha ha ha. No. It's like a 5-year-old. The two things she says are why and no. I really hate OP punctuating the thing with emojis too. Can we not do that? Could you grab a hold of your dick and balls and just flip the entire script on her and be like, what's going on in your completely pointless life? Like I said before, I would do my best to make her cry after a certain point. You want to violate the social contract? Okay, here we go. She's not as insufferable as OnlyFans Dora. Then again, yeah, kind of she is, just in a different way. OP finally says why, and she says, just stupid. Bro, you can't even form a coherent thought. I don't know why you think you can come at me like that, but you need to sit down.
Sit back down.
I'm sat.
OP says, that's your opinion. I like the atmosphere. My mental health is crap from working jobs that I hated, so I'll do what I enjoy. Fair. Oh, good. I'm glad it has your stamp of approval. I remember why we stopped talking. Oh, is this another second match? Jesus. I guess that's the theme of the episode today. So yes, OP and this girl stopped talking because, quote, you shit on everything I do constantly. Yep, right? See you next Tuesday. Except she didn't say see you next Tuesday. She said the word that you can't say on YouTube. But yeah, she's absolutely horrible. If this is your second pass, I don't know why you wouldn't just go in. Rip the jugular out, chew up her nose and spit it back in her face. No holds barred anymore, all right? She asked for this. Maybe a little bit of tough love is what it's gonna take. Go ahead, OP. Take a few shots, why not? Couldn't get any worse from here if we're honest. But yeah, do try to at least avoid this person again. Probably got time for one more post, so here we go. Man of the future that I share my sacred energy with. Already, you're way too woo-woo for me, okay? Sacred energy? What the hell are you talking about? Are these YouTube videos sapping my sacred energy? Why didn't anybody tell me? You will give me proper time. It's 7:14 p.m. You will not fuck with me. Good. I don't have intercourse before marriage. Check and check. You will not keep me waiting. Okay. See what I did there? You will undergo a series of steps and tests before you are deemed worthy of me. And that's where you lost me. Tests? No, I think I'm good. The only test should be like us interacting to see if we get along. That's the whole test. And somehow just reading a few sentences of this, I don't think we'd get along too well. You will take me where I wish to go without any questions. Get in the car, loser. We're going to the zoo. Why? What did I tell you about questions? She's a maniac. I can't escape. The truth is, I take wifey wherever she wants to go. I don't ask questions, but yeah, she doesn't feel entitled to it. She treats me like a human being, an equal partner in this relationship. But I know that's probably a revelation for most of these nice girls today, right? You will not dare to make me feel second at any point. I'm sorry, lady, but Jesus always comes first. Jesus, others, and you, okay? What a wonderful way to spell joy. You don't know that song? I used to sing that song. Shouts out to Jesus for real, though. He sponsored this whole episode. You will not make me feel ignored or invalidated for a second. Huh? What'd you say? You will be discarded the moment that you compare me to another woman. Discarded. Ooh, what a choice of words. Doesn't that really summarize how she feels about probably not just men, but everybody that she interacts with? Real I'm the main character vibes flying around here. Truth is, OP, I would never dream of comparing you to another woman. That would be unfair to you because you're so far behind. I'll compare you to like a pinworm. That's about the level that you're on. You mean nothing to me. You're completely ignorable. OP wraps up with, did I stutter? Do not F with me anymore. I mean, I'd ask you who hurt you, but I really don't care. That guy, that poor soul that got into a relationship with this succubus, like, holy hell, he never stood a chance. Not even for a moment. How can you roll with all of this for an extended period? Nope, never, not on your life. But yeah, good luck with your little wish list there. I'm sure you'll find a cat that'll make you very happy. I'm not trying to interrupt your night. My bad. No wonder why you're still single. I have all these men throwing themselves at me.
Hey, calm down.
Never tell a girl to calm down.
Hey, please delete my number. I'm sorry, who is this? It's me. Oh, yeah, hey, I didn't save it, so you're good. The fuck? Why? Oh boy, here we go. What is the matter with you? We had 2 really nice dates and you don't want to see me? No? You probably a ding-dong diddler anyway. Wouldn't know how to handle a real woman. No wonder your wife left you, gamer word. Wow, dude. Just, that really affected you deeply, didn't it? Good, I'm glad. I want you to know that you weren't worth remembering. OP says, okay. Skipping over the fact that you messaged just to ask for your number to be deleted and then got upset that I already had. I'm not interested in you because 1, you made fun of the fact that I'm in recovery and then ordered 2 back-to-back shots of tequila. Should have walked out on the date then and there. Honestly, yes, have some self-respect. I hope that you've increased your self-confidence since then. 2, you're 23 and just became a cop, and you ran a background check on me and brought it up casually on the second date. Did you know you have a bench warrant out? Oh my god, that's crazy. You gotta come home with me in the handcuffs. Yes, and then we're going to the station in the morning. What? What? That's not what I signed up for. 3, you asked to see my new apartment, and when I told you explicitly that I would show it to you, but we would not do it, you stripped naked when I went into the kitchen, and then you posed on my couch. Yeah, draw me like one of your French girls. You're a fucking liar. You said you wanted a girlfriend, but didn't want to bang, and then what is this picture? I don't even know. Something censored. I know that much. Say something! And then another censored picture. If you text back right now, we can bang before my shift. Oh my God, you are a mess. Get away from me.
She belongs to the street. Percocet, Miley Percocet.
OP says, I can smell the vodka rolling off your breath. You should sleep before you have to, drive and carry a firearm. The fact that this woman is a cop is legitimately terrifying to me. And she says, screw you, I know where you live. You're getting raid, gamer word. Very mature. I would really like to know who let this person be a cop at all. Like, were there no signs? You could probably report this to the station, get him fired, but then she might come to your house with a hacksaw. Perhaps it's best to let sleeping dogs lie, and we'll move on. Went on one date, she hardly talked the entire time, so I didn't bother following up with her. 19 days later, she texts me. So, you're just gonna drive me to the place and then ghost me? Sorry, but I've been really busy and broke, lol. You could always text me too, though. I mean, it's kinda up to you to text me, and it's kind of a dick move not to. Yeah, okay. I'm the only one with any agency here, sure. OP asks, why can you not text me? If a man doesn't put in the effort to text me after I give him my time and presence, why would I put in the effort to text? Why wouldn't you put in the effort to offer anything aside from your time or presence? OP says, lol, that's kind of sexist, isn't it? And she says, no, I just know my worth as an intelligent and attractive woman. I mean, you're not that intelligent. You couldn't come up with anything to say on the date, could you? And OP says, okay, well, so do I. And I don't really go in for girls that expect the guy to do all the work just because you gifted me with your presence. A text is all the work? Interesting. Oh yeah, we're really fucking cherry picking now. I think this conversation's over. We went almost a month without talking to each other, so let's part ways amicably, shall we? Or pretend it's amicable. OP says no, but it does imply a bit of entitlement. I just don't think men/women should be expected to play specific roles in dating. That's not really what this is about. This is about both of you thinking that you're too good for each other. So good. Move on. I never said that they should. And he says, you said a man should be the one to start conversations just because you showed up. I mean, I showed up too, and I paid for everything, so I don't get why it's on me. Why wouldn't you pay for everything, lol? Lol, exactly. She's really just not getting it. Like I said, the intelligent thing, maybe we should stop including that. The bare minimum. Lol, you just proved my point. But did I, though? What the? Yes. And he says, yeah. You think the guy should be the one to start conversations and should always pay for everything and all you have to do is be there? Pretty sexist. Men deserve to be treated well too, and shouldn't just be expected to do all the chasing. I don't need to waste time on someone that wants me to do everything when I have plenty of other girls that treat dating with a bit more respect. Damn, bro, now she's really gonna start spinning her wheels. She was already getting worked up over the 19 days. She's like, oh my God, we had such a good time. Why didn't he text? Little did she know, they didn't have a good time. He was miserable. She liked having a free meal, and that's basically as far as this entire thing went. Couldn't we just leave it at that? Apparently not. Where did I say the word guy or man? Texting isn't chasing. Enjoy your imaginary girls, though. Yeah, you're the only one with options here. And then he sends a screenshot of where she said that. Well, don't worry. Someday you'll figure out that it's much more healthy for you and your relationships if you put in some effort, too. You're young, though, so you've got time. Yeah, everybody thinks that, but then you blink and all that time slipped away. You better be careful. I put in plenty of effort, but okay. And what effort is that? Why should I take the time to explain it to you? You've already decided on your judgment of me. No, you. You came in here guns a-blazing. Yo, you decided to ghost me, huh? And he's like, no, I just didn't want to be the one to text it first. You guys both got a lot of figuring to do. But it's okay, you're young, you've got time.
Be young, have fun, stay cool.
OP says, just want to show to you that simply showing up for a date isn't putting in effort. Lol. I got my hair done, so that's like half my day right there. Unless she's turning into Dr. Girlfriend. I never said that's all I do. You spent one day with me. You can't place judgment on the effort I put in. I mean, nobody wanted to take the effort to send a text in 19 days, so I think this whole thing's dead in the water. Why don't we all pack it in and go home, huh? It's a fucking zero-sum game. Nothing lost, nothing gained. Except maybe a valuable life lesson. You're right, I didn't judge you, says OP, at all, until you started texting me upset about me not texting you when you didn't text me either. That's how you started talking about how men should be the ones to reach out and pay for everything just because you gave your presents. Not upset at all, I just thought it was interesting. Yes, super interesting. Interesting like that herpes sore on your lip during our date. That's why I didn't take a sip of your apple teeny, you mess. I mean, it could devolve into a whole firebombing thing. All things considered, this is moderately civil. Really weird and immature, but moderately civil. OP says, I mean, it's been 19 days, so it's obviously affecting you. I'm at the blank right now. That's literally what reminded me, but no, not affected. I appreciate your concern. Okay, well, have fun. Thanks! This is a weird exchange, dude. Yeah, thanks for writing me back, I guess. Good luck on that date where another unfortunate gentleman will have to, I say interact with you, but that's really not what it is. You sit there and he pays for the food. Not a whole lot of actual interaction going on. In reality, there's probably no date. She's not at the place that they were. She's sitting home alone, seething about why he hasn't texted her for 19 days. It's like, I'm just gonna write him. Okay, you did. Do you feel better? Probably not. What'd we learn? Nothing. All right, moving on. My very nice ex, a month after our breakup. Oh, come on, get over it. Laughing with tears emoji. I'm so glad I didn't stay with you. Yeah, now you don't want to say shit, huh? Because when it comes to you, you don't own up to shit. I think you mean we don't dwell. I'll own up. I'll apologize, but I'm not going to pay for it for a decade, okay? If I'd have known the interest rate that's high, I wouldn't have signed for the loan. LP just says, yeah, okay. Good for you. Which really, kind of non sequitur, doesn't address anything that was said. But it shouldn't need to either, because clearly she's a psychopath. Stupid MFer, I don't care that I cheated. You cheated, heart hands emoji. See, he doesn't care that you cheated either. You swear that it was worth hanging on to. Not like I cheated on anything special. OP says, okay, yeah, bye. I did, heart hands, and I don't regret it because it was you. Stop texting me. Don't you got a man, Lamau? She's just coming back for round 2. They always do.
Women.
Get out of here. You had your turn. Now head to the back of the line. It's not a very long line, but... Next one. She is the nicest. It's Courtney, everybody. Oh my god, what a bitch, Courtney.
So, who's Courtney?
Courtney Wheeler is the most annoying girl in my grade.
In school.
In the world.
Well, I best let you wind down. Nearly time for young ladies who want an early night and men who want to wake up early. It was a total pleasure to meet you. A fairly cordial first message. I'm a little weirded out by the young ladies thing. Has some neckbeard vibe to it, but that could just be my own interpretation. Maybe she finds it charming. Maybe you should get a top hat and a pocket watch and really woo her. Courtney says, "You're the type of man I've been looking for, and I look forward to meeting you in person. Your words have meant a lot with the difficult time I've been having lately. You're a true gentleman. Time for my beauty sleep, lol, ha 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 ha." We don't have to put lol and ha ha ha, you know. They kind of sort of mean the same thing. Also, my ears prick up at difficult time. I'm like, uh-oh. She's drama. OP says, "Thank you, you're so kind and sweet. I'm so sorry that people have hurt you." Bro, I'm telling you right now, don't play this game. You're falling into the trap. Oh, wow, you're gonna make me cry. You're so sweet. It's gonna be that hysterical, crazy girl crying. No, get it away.
Ew, I like them.
She has probably been hurt, but I assure you that she's hurt a lot more people a lot more deeply. But all that's just collateral damage. Nothing really matters besides Courtney. OP says, "Good morning. Hope you had a good sleep. Ha ha ha. After looking after sick kitties all day, I reckon that's almost a guarantee." I find that message quite sarcastic and a bit rude. Rest assured, it was neither. She's got some sort of damage, very insecure about the job that she does. If it's a job, I don't know. Maybe insecure about single motherhood. There's a lot of twists and turns to this. She says, "We couldn't get a doctor out for my little nephew. Couldn't stop vomiting. My poor little nephew. It was heartbreaking to watch. I didn't get home until 10. My sis-in-law now has it and has been up all night." OP says, "Poor little tyke. Sad face. Yeah, I felt useless." OP says, "Nah, there's nothing you could do in those situations. You did the only thing that you could do." And she says, "Yes, I'm all right, just totally exhausted." Okay, then you should be sleeping instead of texting me. OP says, "Yeah, that makes sense. Get some rest if you can." Smiley face. See, he's a good guy. OP, you don't deserve this. I'm telling you, bro. It's time to dip right now. I'm in bed, winky face. What the fuck? Lucky you, smiley face. I'm suffering at work, lol. Sorry. Huh, no, it's cool. But I'm looking forward to chilling tonight. It's been a long week. Okay. Why are you being so abrupt to me?
Didn't think so, idiot.
Oh my god, I'm at work, for one. And two, I think these are roughly the same as the previously sent messages. Maybe it's just lack of sleep, you know? Got a wild hair up her ass. Could we give her the benefit of the doubt? I wouldn't, but OP seems to. OP says, "I don't think I am. Where have I been abrupt?" It's not my fault you have to work. Okay. What? I don't know where this is coming from. That's why it's so hard to communicate. You know, everybody's got their own train of thought chugging along, and then they just pull you on, snatch you off the side of the tracks, your arms dislocated, you don't know where the hell you are, and they're just all screaming at you. "Please help me to get my bearings. I don't enjoy this situation." She says, "I deserve to be spoken to with respect and dignity. If you disagree, that's your problem, not mine." Wow, total boss babe vibes, except where was he disrespectful at all? This has been about as respectful as it could possibly be, Courtney. I think you're a lost cause. OP says, "Yeah, that's cool." It's not cool. You need to fucking tell her off right now. She's playing her games, trying to give you a little shit fit because she had a bad day. Okay, here it is, right back at you. I don't know you well enough to tolerate this shit. OP says, I fail to see where I've been abrupt, where I've given you anything but respect and decency. All I see is you attacking me and being a right, see you next Tuesday." Wow, yeah, he told her off all right. Good for you. "I now know why guys don't want to meet you, and I know why they leave. You have to settle the fuck down." He laid it down very flat, didn't he? This is beautiful. You love to see it. She says, "I do not deserve to be spoken to like that, so goodbye." And he says, "Okay, goodbye." You think that's it? You think she's typing again? You think that's it? I'm gonna hold my head high because I've said nothing wrong. Yeah, all you did was come in here and be a crazy bitch, and a lot of people seem to let you get away with that. But the buck stops here. OP says, look, I really don't care what you do. You're the one who has actually maltreated me. Bye, Felicia. You really are a maltreater. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Calling someone a see you next Tuesday and sweating isn't abusive. I mean swearing. He sweat all over me. It was gross. It's like a big salty shower. Oh, and then she drops in an unfortunate-ism and says, I really must just be a piece of shit. You push people away. You have a lot of things to unpack in therapy to figure out why that is. But you're the one who blew all of this up. And then, of course, you're going to have the audacity to be the one who feels hurt by it. I can't believe he did that to me. You lit the fuse. What'd you think was going to happen? And then, of course, like 5-6 hours later, she comes back in here like, I'd really like it if we start afresh. I don't want to lose contact. Well, you sort of firebombed the whole thing. So, good. You get what you get. We're moving on. When Hey Handsome turns into EDM man whore. What? EDM? I'm into some electronic dance music. What do you like? She sends a heart and he says, hey there. And she says, hey, handsome. How are you this evening? I'm okay. And you? And if you're a flirt to everyone, please don't bother. Honestly. No, you coming out here sending heart emojis. What the fuck? Guilty conscience. That's what that is. But OP just says, yeah, I'm doing okay too. Chilling at home. Huh? Because I gave you a friendly wink? Lol, your profile says it all. Then why did you message me, idiot? You said, hey, handsome, and I winked. What's up with you? Nothing at all. My profile's awesome. I don't know what you mean. But wow, what a way to start talking to someone. You're full of yourself, lol, because it didn't turn out sexually. What? I guess they did the horizontal mambo at one point. Yeah, neither of them like it none too much. OP says, you are actually insane. I'm sorry to disappoint you, lol. Lol, I'm so insane. And you're such a man whore. Let me guess, you're into EDM. I think she really does mean electronic dance music. Wow, I don't know how to unpack that. And neither does OP, he just sends question marks. What? So, you're a swinger, and you're into weird-ass stuff. Lamau, you are a terrible judge of character. None of what you said is true. I'm not just here to do it, lol. And your profile made it clear that you're looking to flirt. But, yeah, you should seek some therapy. Absolutely. This one's gone off the deep end. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about. She says, so should you. Seriously. I do enjoy flirting with potential long-term partners, yes. That's called having passion. Flirting with several. Yeah, that's what usually men do. I mean, yeah, you gotta keep one or two on the back burner. If that's how you choose to go through life. I can understand being jealous about it, but this is definitely the wrong way to go fixing it. OP just says, lol. And no one brought up doing it or being sneaky. You did. You obviously have some hurt that you need to address. Can't pick one. Gotta flirt with them all. Look, I'm sorry you were hurt, but we're not fucking married. OP says, Lamau. The sad thing is I was just talking to you currently, but now you lost your chance. No hurt at all. Just common sense. I lost my chance, bitch. There is several other chances with short hair. You are not attractive. I'm sure somebody likes OP's hair. It's a really weird thing to go after. Like, if that's the best shot that you got, It's really quite pathetic, honestly. OP could turn around and rip into her, I'm sure. And it would hurt her a lot more, even if it was just a comment about her stupid hair. You might want to try something called conditioner because you have rat hair. She'll be like, oh my god, rat hair? I can't believe he would say that to me. She'll think about it every night before she goes to bed. Hilarious. But OP's a bigger man than I. He says, you're one to talk. The Lord of the Rings called and they want their troll back. Oh, he's not bigger than me at all. You did well. Let her have it. Just another like really weird interaction where I'm sort of thrust into the middle of it. I have no idea what's going on, but I am glad to see two people gnashing their teeth and trying to bite each other's nose off. That's always fun. So let's see if we can find another. The rain is starting to pick up now, so the last half of this audio is going to be fucked, but that's fine. After only texting her a few hours the previous night, spang for hours and a busy evening, and he said, damn it, and you're still up. That's crazy, ha ha ha. Used to it. That's awesome, though. You get so much done. Yes, sir. Well, I'm not trying to interrupt your night. My bad. No wonder why you're still single. I have all these men throwing themselves at me.
Hey, calm down.
Never tell a girl to calm down.
I'm pretty sure it was clear that we parted to go to sleep, and then she's up at 7 a.m. frothing at the mouth. Are you on a stimulant of some sort? That would explain away this behavior. I find it nightmarish to consider that you might be completely sober and doing this. I also reported your Tinder. No wonder you're single, ugly bitch. Remove someone from Tinder for no reason. You're ugly as hell. I legitimately have like over 1,000 matches. Good luck. You're gonna need it, you little lowlife. Man, you just cut real deep for no reason at all. Why are you not texting me 24/7? I have time to text you 24/7. He's like, yeah, I just want to do some other shit, okay? Do I need to be attached at the hip? Well, if that's the case, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm glad we figured this all out now. Next one. Please ask your baby daddy next time, because I'm not the one. Hello, I'm so-and-so's baby mama. And I was just wondering what y'all got going on because he always loving your pics and shit. And I had seen you tell him happy birthday. And I just want to know what's going on. I'm being nice, but I'll beat your ass when it comes to my baby daddy. He says, yeah, he ate my ass. Don't ask questions you're not ready to hear the answer to, I suppose. Oh, you love him? You carry around his genetics? That's great. To me, he's human toilet paper. Wow, that took a turn, didn't it? That's all I gotta say. Next one. Holy shit, 5 minutes into the conversation. Are you moving up or moving out of here? I'm just selling my house and going back to renting in Galveston. I'm not in a time in my life where I want to be responsible for fixing or maintaining property. Opie says, well, what do you do and how long do you have left here? Why is that the follow-up question to that? Are you insecure about what you do? It's really what it is, isn't it? We don't have to talk about it, but I will say if you're not proud of the thing that you're doing, then don't do that anymore. OP responds, well, because you're on a dating app and I'm trying to understand where you are in life. Yeah, go ahead and find somebody who wants to answer a new question for every single time you message them. OP just says, lol. You are not beyond reproach, okay? Is it really so difficult to be like, I prefer not to talk about that? No, she's gotta make it fucking weird. I more than likely make way more than you do, so it's not even a concern. LMFAO, I'm posting this on Reddit. You don't have to tell them, but yeah. Then sometimes they find themselves and get in the comments, and then things really get interesting. Didn't happen on this post, though. Darn. But we could still speculate, because yeah, she's definitely unemployed. I don't really understand how you could be this bad at dating. Like, you don't understand how it works. People are going to ask you questions on there. You're potentially going to date each other, so it would be nice to know something about that person. Something tells me she's gonna be on that app for a long time. So look out, fellas. Update on the he ate my ass post. She's the Lulu. Oh good, I'm glad we get the update.
Bitch, you better leave him alone, cause I will ruin your light-skinned butt up about that man. He ate your butt, but I got his baby, ho. Eat that, you ho.
And OP says, you want me to eat your baby? Wrong usage of your, but I like the spunk. It's a good effort.
Tell him come get his drawers, ho, because he left them after he was done banging me.
And yeah, they're just exchanging pictures of his clothing. I'd like to see a picture of the dude, and I know that would just be a gigantic letdown. Like, how a dude like this got two ladies fighting over? What the fuck? OP has some big brain plays and researches the tag and says, those are your son's boxers. You're fucking deranged. Seek help, and then gives a helpline. You are literally proof that evolution can go in reverse. Since you want to go there, here you go, sis. Oof. Big oofers. Biggest oof moments in history. And then the follow-up to this follow-up post is her coming over and lighting your house on fire. I don't know if I'd really ever want to engage with somebody like this. Well, I guess I do, sort of, with the hot dog man and such, but he's in another country. It's fine. This situation, yeah, it seems like you're all in close proximity, so head on swivel. That's what I'll say. Next post, but why? Shaking my head, entitled Queens. A guy asked me out today and I told him no, but I wanted him to try harder. Why didn't he try again? Yeah, God forbid somebody listens to the words that come out of your mouth, right? A girl asked me what I wanted for lunch and I said pizza, but I really wanted steak, so why did she bring me pizza? See how stupid that question sounds? That's how stupid your question sounds. Ron Rule. Sick name, sick answer. Giga Chad energy, I'm liking that. Entire generations of men had no pounded in their heads, and now they're like, oh, wait, why don't you just keep chasing me? Nah, I'm good. Chivalry's dead. Now it's just called simping, and nobody wants to do that. Next post, I needed to go back to work. OP says, wow, that's great. She says, can I bring you to lunch when it's not crappy out? And he says, of course. We made it home safely. Good, I was just about to text you and ask. Sure you were, lol. I swear, because I was gonna see if you wanted me to call for a few since I'm about to take my break shortly, lol. You don't have to call me on your lunch anymore. It's really okay. God, any relationship where I'd have to do that sounds miserable to me, you know? I really don't understand why you keep saying that. If I didn't want to talk to you, I wouldn't call or answer or stay on the phone as long as I do. You just seem very short with me, always seeming to want to get off the phone. That's why I say that. Yeah, I'm short because I have my mouth stuffed full of burrito and I want to get off the phone so I can go back to work. There's some nuance to this that you're not fully grasping, I think. And then she follows up, as long as you do, sorry, I won't keep you on the phone. How are these words so consistently out of their minds? I'll never understand. Are you fucking dense? Is this all a big game for you? Please, elaborate. OP says, I don't think you understand. She definitely doesn't. I've said it a lot and I'll keep saying it. I won't do anything I don't want to do. I'm telling you that I do want to be on the phone with you, but I also told you up front that it was going to be a quick lunch so I could get back to work and do what needs to be done so I can get out of here at a good time. I'm sorry if I've made you feel that I'm being short with you. That's not my intention, but it's not that I don't want to talk to you. Oh, she's not going to take this well at all, is she? So when you pull into work, you say to me, okay, I'm pulling back in now, like prompting me to say, okay, I'll let you go, instead of you saying, hey, I have to go. What's that all about? They're essentially synonyms at that point, okay? This is me letting you know that I have to go. I'm sorry I didn't word it in the exact phrasing that you prefer. You can't talk to me while you walk in, or is it that you would like to make another phone call? Oh yeah, I got a side bitch. I'm gonna talk to her for 30 seconds while I'm walking in. You're out of your mind. I feel like I'm begging someone to want to talk to me throughout their day. I don't need a phone call on lunch. It's totally okay. I'm not mad. It's fine. It's not. It's the opposite of that, what she said. Opie says, what? I literally said I had to go, and then it's causing this? Because I didn't talk to you for an extra 1 minute that it takes me to get from my car to my office? I'm not trying to discredit your feelings about it at all, but it really makes no sense to me. That's because it literally doesn't make sense. Not just to you, to anybody. What you really gotta do is stop validating shit like this. You can't be like, it's okay, I know, it means a lot to you and such. You just be like, you're being crazy right now. Don't ever text me until you decide to let that shit go. That's how we maintain happiness in our own lives, you see. I'll discredit the shit out of your feelings. Opie says, I'm happy if you can call and only talk for a couple minutes. If you can't talk, then I understand, and I never get upset about it, or if you have to go. I'm gonna be very honest about my thoughts and feelings here. I feel like it's very hard for me to get off the phone at any time with you. Whether we're on the phone for a couple hours, 5 minutes, or in between, I really do enjoy talking to you, but it seems that whenever I say I want to go or that I need to go, you get your feelings hurt. I try to talk to you as much as I can, but I also always just think about the few minutes after a phone call and think that you're upset because of the way you sounded after I said I needed to go. Yeah, that's because she ain't got shit else going on. She thinks about you all day, every day. You're the central focus of her world, which a lot of, incels and neckbeards would be like, that sounds ideal to me. It's not. We need some time apart. He says, I understand that you're not used to my communication style, but I always pre-communicate things, such as earlier, when I said if he stops me, I might have to hop off for a few minutes and I'd call you right back. You automatically assume that it's me not wanting to talk to you, when in fact, it's just me telling you in case something happens. It's literally me communicating with you. I get that you've had horrible experiences with communication in the past, but it seems that maybe I over-communicate for you, and that can cause some issues as well. I don't know what else I can do to show you that I am trying. And of course, everything he just said, that entire wall of text flew directly over her head, and she says, okay, turn my feelings into all about you and invalidate me. Thanks. No, but we're trying to have a constructive back and forth. Would you work with me on that? Could you?
Could you do that for me? Thanks.
She either can't or refuses, and in either case, I don't have fucking time. But OP presses on, patience of a saint. So I'm not allowed to ever express my feelings because you're expressing yours. I thought we talked about your communication on the phone already about saying things that may happen, but maybe you weren't listening. Not sure why it's being brought up again. Great timing. You're invalidating anytime I have feelings. Thanks for showing me early. Dude, let's get the hell out of here. This is this is not going to turn out well, okay? Even if we patch it for now, it's gonna spring a leak about a week down the road. Let's save each other just a lot of time, okay? OP says, look, it was just bugging me, so when's a good time for me to bring up my feelings? Oh boy, now it's really devolved. Well, so it yours, hence why I'm trying to talk to you about it, but I'm being nothing but invalidated again. All about you still? It's not all about either of us. We're trying to have a constructive back and forth. But she just wants it to be all about her. That's really what the problem is here. She says, when you said what you said about maybe having to hang up, it made me feel like you were already trying to get off the phone with me because you don't talk to me on your lunch until I mentioned it the other day at your house, and that's the only reason I asked why you said it ahead of time. It made me feel a certain way, so I talked to you about it, and it was resolved. Not sure what more I could do to make you feel better about it. Not even sure why you feel bad about it. What makes you feel bothered about me asking a question? Honestly though, your comment about it's hard to get off the phone with me, I'm good. You don't need to call me. I'm asking for bare minimum, a phone call, and it's too much. No worries. You don't have to feel bad anymore. I don't need a phone call. You could just text me whenever it's convenient for you. So sorry for wanting time with you. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm the bad guy here. Get the fuck out of my life. I'll be the bad guy if you need me to be. Can we just end this now? I have a job. I have things I need to do. Catch a clue. Find a hobby. OP says, so you're gonna ignore when I literally said I enjoy talking with you and that I want to talk to you whenever I can? I call you 2 to 3 times a day, and I do it because I want to, because I'm thinking about you, but I've had that feeling for a few days now, and I brought it up to you just now. Maybe it was a bad time to bring it up, but I thought it was a good time because we were sort of discussing it already. Please don't start with the so sorry for wanting time with you, because you know damn well that I want time with you too. I don't really understand why you feel like I've invalidated your feelings. I'm trying to see what I could have said differently. I understand that you're asking for the bare minimum, yet I feel like I'm giving you much more than just the bare minimum. Much more. And if I'm truly not, I really don't know how I'll be able to satisfy your minimums because I'm trying so hard to go above and beyond your expectations. Bro, it's not even worth it. I guarantee you. You tried to hold it together and keep her impressed with all this shit. Who cares, man? Let it go. Tell her to go get medicated.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's invalidating, below, and you just continue to defend how you're not making me feel invalidated instead of trying to talk to me and understand me, but you're just too busy still making about yourself. Oh my god, no you. What? I literally said I had to go and then it's causing this because I didn't talk to you for an extra 1 minute it takes for me to get to my office, blah blah blah. And if this is really how you feel, then why even bother with me? You only want to see it from your actions and thought process. I'm good. I don't need to explain my feelings. And yeah, that's true. I'll grant you that. You don't need to explain your feelings at all, unless you want some other person to be clued into how you're feeling. And then maybe it would be good to open up and share, not do all this deflection and fucking talking out the side of your neck. It's not about the lunch break phone call. It's not about the extra minute to the office. It's all about the fact that she has nothing else going on. Do you think if she was an interesting, well-rounded person that she'd react like this? When you say, hey, I'm at work now, that means I gotta go. And she's just like, okay, just leave me here all by myself. Yeah, bitch, I'm going to work. And I will say, so sorry for wanting more time with you because you're once again making me feel like I'm an inconvenience because I like to talk to you. But again, invalidate that feeling also. Why wouldn't you? I'm being criticized for wanting time with you. Unbelievable. Yeah, an untoward amount of time. It becomes invasive after a certain point. I don't know if you truly get that. What am I saying? Of course she doesn't. Obi says, but can't you say the same for you? You're only seeing it from your thought process? Oh no, don't try to do that. You're trying to logic it out. It's never gonna work. She's just gonna say something about feelings again. I'm bothering with you because I see other great qualities in you. And I also have told you that I communicate my feelings and I don't just give up on things if one thing is bugging me. No, you just try to shut my feelings down to make you feel better, see? So you're so stuck in your own feelings. How about we live in fucking reality for just a minute? Would that be okay? Oh, you did the thing I told you to do, but you didn't do it exactly how I want to. Well, fuck you then. I tried my best, and if it's not good enough, then maybe it is best that we part here. OP says, if that's how I've made you feel, then I'm sorry. You need to stop apologizing, bro. Realize when a woman is giving you a shit test and acting all fucking out of line and just be like, no, we're not playing this game. OP says, I was trying to communicate how I feel, but I'll wait for a different time to do so. That time's never gonna come. She doesn't want to discuss anything about herself. It's all about how she's great and what you did is wrong all the time, always. I know this relationship. I've had this relationship. She says, wait, you already made it about your feelings. Mine don't matter. OP says, but they do matter. Yours do matter to me. Bro, why are we still going on with this? Like, is she just super hot or I don't know what's happening. I fucking checked out 2 messages in. She says, I will not be discussing them. Me wanting to be on the phone is too much for you. Heard you loud and clear. OP says, if that's what you gathered from what I said, then either I've grossly misspoken or you've completely misunderstood anything I said, or both, which is probable. Again, you're putting this blame onto yourself, OP. See, we could share the thing that you fucked up. No, this is on you. You're being really weird and I'm gonna go now. You can think about me like 3 months later and be like, oh God, I sort of missed out on that, didn't I? Yeah, because you're an insecure do-nothing. You've done nothing but bitch at me for wanting to be on the phone with you during your lunch and then told me how downing it is on you to get off the phone with me because I like to talk to you and I make you feel bad every time. I literally feel like I'm being chastised for wanting to talk to you. Holy fuck. I don't expect anything from you. I don't need your comments about satisfying me. I didn't think that was too much to ask. Sorry. Yeah, that's not too much to ask, is it? Every minute, every second of your day? Can you just be on the phone with me all the time, always? No, I can't. That doesn't sound like a healthy dynamic at all. OP says, again, maybe I've not explained it properly, or you hadn't understood what I said, but that's not what I was saying, really. I can understand how that gets construed that way, so I apologize. Stop apologizing. I should probably have discussed that over the phone or in person. You said exactly how you felt. I think we just both need to take a break for an hour or so we can both calm down, because we're not going to get anywhere right this second. I don't like that you're painting me in this horrible light and as a narcissistic person, but I also understand that you're feeling hurt right now. I'm not that person. I think we have both had a big misunderstanding. But if that's truly how you feel about me and who I am and who I'll turn out to be, just another narcissistic asshole, then yeah, I feel it's much better to just not continue. As much as that hurts me, because I do really like you, Barb. Oh, Barb, like barbed wire. She is pretty prickly, isn't she? I genuinely thought that I'd shown you that for all this time, and apparently I hadn't shown you enough. If you don't see me as that, I'd like to continue with this, but I won't be painted as that whenever we come into a disagreement or have our feelings hurt, because I know how genuine I am, and I don't deserve to be made out to be that. And I know how genuine you are, and you don't deserve to feel that way about me either. Holy shit, bro, just cut the cord. It's not gonna get any better, all right? This is the best that the relationship gets. It's all downhill from here. And we are starting at like subterranean levels. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna get melted. You apologize way too much. Gotta strengthen that spine up or she's gonna walk all over you like a doormat. She's trying to condition you into it right now. Can't you see? OP says, look, it's up to you at this point. I'm genuinely sorry that I've made you blah, blah, blah. And then she says, my feelings, again, turn into your feelings of not continuing this? God damn it, dude. When have we talked about my feelings that I initially brought up? When have you answered my initial questions and thoughts? You haven't, and still haven't. You made it all about you. Now I'm painting you to be a narcissist bad person? No. I'm telling you that you're invalidating my feelings by starting an argument and not talking about what I initially felt. Oh, I'm the one that started the argument. Yeah, make a good note of that. You've turned this whole thing around on how you felt and didn't take any of my feelings into thought, instead made fun of them for feeling that way. If you want me to leave you alone for the hour that you need, then fine, I'll leave you alone. Let me know when you like to discuss. And he says, I'll call you when I leave work. Don't you do it, OP! Don't you do it! You're headed down a real bad road right now. I've recommended therapy a few times in this video, but this is like her clearly abusing therapy speak. Oh, you have to validate my feelings. No, actually I don't. You are completely full to the brim with shit, and talking about your feelings is not going to reverse that, okay? You can feel how you feel. That doesn't mean I have to bend over backwards to make it all better. Be a fucking adult and sort through it. Have a two-way conversation for once in your life. She's just gonna find somebody else she can walk all over. We all know how this one's gonna go, and it's a sad story. It is. Whew, that was a long one, but I need to rinse the taste out of my mouth. So here's a girl from work. Oh, see, that's what OP's doing. He's like, I gotta hang up so my work girlfriend doesn't know about my other girlfriend. Now she's seen this video and she's all in her head. Oh my God, I knew he was an asshole the whole time. If the problem is with everybody else, then maybe it's you, just maybe. Anyway, girl says, KK, Loyola, lol. Fuck off, honesty, lol. OP says, question mark, okay. You're probably gay. Yeah, probably. It's the best response you could give, honestly. It just completely throws them off kilter. They're like, it's supposed to make you angry. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's current year. We don't worry about that shit no more. She says, good luck. And he says, lol. I apologize for saying you're probably gay and screw off, because that was totally rude. Definitely wish you the best. I'm also not trash, and I know pretty much knowing you know, haha, but good luck. Hey, I'm really sorry again. I'm sure you won't respond, which is fine, but I really don't know where that came from, and that was really rude of me. Definitely not me to say something like that. No, it is you. It's you deep down. You let the mask slip. It happens from time to time, but at least, you know, it's not gonna spread to your friend group because apparently you don't know each other. So how about you stop fucking texting me? Would that be possible? I'd really appreciate it. I kind of miss nice girls, man. They're even slightly more unhinged than the nice guys because you have a bunch of dudes, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll listen to and validate your feelings instead of being like, fuck off with that shit. What are you talking about? You're acting crazy right now. And that's really how it has to be sometimes, you know? Weigh it and measure it for yourself and be like, is there any validity to what is being told to me? If there is, okay, reform, act on it. If there's not, throw that shit out the window. I don't have to sit here and listen to this either. Everybody told you your pee-pee was special so you can act however you want. Well, I ain't here to fucking put up with it, all right? We're done. 18, about me, beautiful. So I'm looking for minimal beauty, not effeminate, 190 or up, who likes to visit museums, a beautiful dress style but not in fashion, smart please, ambitions plus, and a job. Virgin, who has never known a woman. Without mother and sister and bestie. Wow. So you're basically just looking to isolate someone completely, probably somebody who doesn't have that high of an opinion of themselves, considering that they would identify with minimal beauty, not effeminate. I guess you can look for somebody that has a beautiful dress style, but not in fashion. Really, she's only looking for that because she is not in fashion. She doesn't know a damn thing about beautiful dress styles. She's just out here scoping for the 190-pound virgins who don't have mothers. Let me tell you, everybody on the planet has a mother. I got bad news for you. This is a really, really weird one, and also 117 kilometers away. Not far enough, although it is pretty far. I don't know why you got your range all that big, OP. Let's cool it out, just for a little bit. She doesn't say a thing about herself. She only states what she's looking for. Only thing she said about herself, beautiful, which that's not a personality. I'm sorry. It's not a good substitute for a personality either. I don't even want to wish her best of luck in her search because from the things that she's searching for, it's just gonna be a toxic relationship. This is not gonna be good. Work on yourself a little bit more before you pull somebody else into the mud pit. I don't mean you, just you as a person is kind of gross. All right, moving on. You got my snap of a dating app? Yeah, I saw you on Plenty of Fish, lol. Well, there's your problem. There's a lot of dating apps out there, but Plenty of Fish, yeah, probably bottom of the barrel. A barrel of fish? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot which profile is yours, so I don't really know what kind of stuff you're interested in. That is not a good thing to admit. Basically, what he's saying is he did the scattershot approach, and he's just like, I don't know, I found a bunch of ladies with snaps on Plenty of Fish, and now I'm gonna go creep in the DMs. I mean, this lady has yet to show her crazy, but already, OP, I'm not signing off on any of this. Oh, sweet, that's cool. Lol. Okay, I guess she's excited for it. Good! That makes one of us. I guess we're close since you saw me on there. Haha. What state are you in? Pennsylvania. Are you gonna keep answering with a single word and being boring? You lack self-awareness despite looking ugly AF. Oh, there it is. He offered a one-word answer once. Pennsylvania. What are you expecting? Pennsylvania, I like it. We have a Wawa's. I don't think Wawa's is actually in Pennsylvania. It's New Jersey only, but I'm just, for the sake of argument, let's just say that, right? I don't know anything about Pennsylvania, so I have to make stuff up for them. Really what happened here is she got called out for having one-word answers and being boring, and now she wants to pass that pain along to another person. Maybe Wawa's is in Pennsylvania. This is a Bloodhound Gang song, isn't it? Maybe that's where my brain pulled it from.
The only thing going down in this car is the window, cause you stank.
But anyways, OP says, you don't even know what I look like. Also, yikes. Guess I dodged a bullet here. Not just a bullet, my friend. A cannonball. She is just a whole mess. I don't know what to do with this. Who said you got a chance with me in the first place? I mean, we were talking. Honestly, she was receptive to his advances. I would say that he at least had a shot until she blew the whole thing up because he answered with Pennsylvania. OP says, you ever hear the story of the pot and the kettle? You're a boring, dry texting creep. You good for nothing, brokey. Get a gun and off yourself and do the world a favor. God, she is so toxic. How do you get this toxic? I don't know what to do with any of this. I will say he's vaguely boring, and yes, he might be dry texting, maybe even a creep, but at least he's not you. Is it any mystery as to why this woman is single? She could be cruising plenty of fish for the rest of her life. And to that I say good. I don't want any of this. This escalated so quickly for no reason at all. Part of me wants to ask her if like she had a bad day or something like that. Like, is this you all the time? It can't be you all the time, right? But then the other part of me says, I don't really care if she had a bad day. You don't treat other people like this, even if you had a bad day, okay? She been hurt, that's for sure, but I can't have any sympathy for somebody that acts like this for no reason at all. Literally, no reason at all. What a maniac, dude. That's about it. That's all I got to say. Get some help. The thing is, I kind of like you. I was wondering if maybe we could hang out one of these days. Okay, good start. Define like. In the sense that I think I have a crush on you. That's all, but I understand if it's a problem. A crush. Oh, God. You know these kids are young when they talk about crushes. I haven't mentioned a crush in like a couple of decades, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to take all this with a grain of salt. No. I do appreciate the sincerity. Still, you do know that I'm in a relationship at this very moment, don't you? With who? This girl, like the girl that you were talking to something like a week ago? No, but you're not together. Really? You trying to gaslight me about my own relationships? Okay, then. Yeah, she can't be your girlfriend. Like, she's clearly mentally neurodivergent. Come on. Except that's not the word that she chose. You can't like her for real. She's just pretty. Does that make you uncomfortable that I'm dating a girl who even you admit is prettier than you? So you have to bring her down to your level by calling her mean names? She would never call you mean names. So I guess that doesn't put you on the same level, right? OP just says, oh, that is not nice at all. Yeah, why? Why would you do this? I mean, I pretty much outlined why you would do this, because she's feeling really insecure. All I have is a big brain. I'm not like other girls. Okay, cool. Yeah, but it's true. Nope. Just, I'm sorry if you feel attacked, and I have to thank you for that attempt at gaslighting me. It was objectively hilarious, but I'm not leaving her for someone that has no problem calling people that word. Yeah, that is absolutely ludicrous. I don't like anything about this. Toxic as hell. You gonna come in here and tell me that I'm not happy in my relationship and here's why? Forget about it. You just can't take a joke, can you? Oh, and there's the run back. Yeah, it was all just a joke, you guys. Ha ha ha. Where was the punchline? You are the punchline, madam. Not if it's that kind of joke and said with clear seriousness. Come on, I was joking. Are you kidding me, dude? Nobody's buying that. Just give me a quick shot and you'll see that I'm worth it. Okay, can you not see that I'm still in a relationship no matter how much you were totally joking? Wasn't it so hilarious? God, dude. What a mess. OP says, my options are to either accept or be a good person. You realize this, right? Oh, he's really laying all his cards on the table here. What the hell are you on about? Just be nice for once and let me try. Nope. Yeah, you just be nice. I don't have to be nice. I can be the biggest scum of the universe, but that's unacceptable for you, apparently. God. She's out of her mind. Again, maybe she's young, but just, no, none of this. This was your shot. You know, you probably shouldn't take a shot at somebody who's in a relationship that you know about, but you took your shot. You had your audition and you fell face first off the stage. Now you're getting up with a bloody nose. You're like, I'm okay. Everything's fine. Let's let the show go on. No, you need to get out. They need to get that little cane or whatever they use in the cartoon to pull people off stage by the neck. Whoop. Get her out of here. Whatever, you know, you stick to that down girl and I'll get someone better. You're not worth my time. Now you're insulting people with Down syndrome? Like, those are the nicest people ever. Just when you think she can't get any worse. Yeah, I agree. I hope you find a better guy. I mean, he called it for what it is. He's blunt, but he's got a point. You know what? Screw you. You're just an ugly piece of crap and I never liked you. Oh, really? Yeah, here comes yet another run back. If she keeps running, eventually she'll be out of eye shot and earshot and we'll never have to see her again. So keep doing it, please. I was just trying to get you out of this station, out of pity, but you gotta be the hero, don't you? Newsflash, you're worth less than that train wreck of a person that you spend your days with. I'ma just block you. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. Oh yeah, go ahead. Block me so you feel like you won. Matter of fact, this conversation's been over. How is it even possible for her to truly believe this in her heart? And the answer to that is she definitely don't. Now she's rewriting all of history just to be like, oh, I tried to save him. I tried to save him, but he just doesn't like nice girls. As she goes around insulting the mentally divergent. Are you, what? Oh yes, what a terrible loss I have suffered this day. Are you kidding? Get out, the sooner the better, just go. OP says, never before have I felt like I was reading a breakup on Wattpad while talking to somebody. Wattpad? God, there probably is some good cringe to harvest over there, isn't there? Screw you! Go blank yourself, you're useless! No, you? I will. You'll know why I didn't answer then. Yeah, you're not even capable of keeping up a conversation. hiding behind your stupid jokes. You think I'm stupid, huh? You're pathetic. Jesus, man. I don't know what's going on here. I don't want any part of it, if I'm very honest. She's just seething for no reason at all. The real turnaround was when he's like, oh, I hope you find a better guy. And she's like, oh my God, my next boyfriend's not gonna be a victim. I'm gonna treat him like a prince and lock him in a little box. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you think that's a great thing to do. But all of us out here with normal brain function can determine that that is something that a complete psychopath would do. Although, yeah, she is a complete psychopath. Take a look at this string of messages. She starts it out nice and sweet, a little bit of the old love bombing, while also trying to dunk on his current girlfriend, gaslight him into the situation that he's too good. And then he's like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, well, you're worth even less than the person that you were too good for just a few minutes ago. Foot, meat, mouth. Too ridiculous. Too ridiculous. I don't know how she thought she'd get away with it. Maybe she is stupid. I don't want to throw accusations around or anything like that, but you're less pretty than that girl that he's dating and you're also dumber. Maybe you just got to temper your expectations a little bit. Aim at somebody your own level. I'm just trying to help. It's probably not very helpful. So we're going to move on. Brandy 36 liked you. Whoa.
I'm short, 5'11". I'm fat.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm gonna swipe off of that one real quick.
I have bad teeth, missing my bottom 4 and gaps in the top. No time or money to get them fixed. Don't like that, then don't waste my time.
Oh, Brandy, wow. Okay. See, that's what she threw out there up front because she's insecure about it. She doesn't want anybody to mention it. She don't want to talk about it. She's just like, that's what it is. Has it been a deal breaker for a lot of dudes? Brandy, age 36, 4'11", fat with missing teeth. Man, I'm sure she's, could find love or something like that. But then you continue reading and you realize what a terrible person she is. I can accept all these things if you had a decent personality.
I work second shift in a factory. When I'm not working, I'm playing on my computer and watching Netflix. Me and my mom live together with a dog and 7 cats. Don't like it, move on!
God, you're really painting a picture in just a few sentences here. 7 cats, living with your mom at 36. Oh man. Now I know there's some people in the comments, they'll be like, ReddX, I'm this age and I live with my parents. And the truth is, that's absolutely fine. As long as you are trying to move your life forward from that. You don't see that as the end game, okay? Which Brandy clearly does. She goes and does her factory job, then comes home and veggies out on the computer and Netflix. There's no self-improvement going on here. She just is looking for a man to be miserable with her. Pretty sad when you think about it too much.
What I don't want!
Oh, she gonna be picky too. Brandy, I'm just saying. Like I told the last girl, maybe aim a bit more on your level.
I don't like guys of color. You can't make a s'more with 2 marshmallows. Sorry, I like skinny guys, and nothing over an hour. I hate dist.
And that was about it. I'm sure she ran it on for the next 30 minutes, but we ain't got time for all that. The 2 marshmallows thing probably strikes me as the weirdest out of what I don't want. Like, yeah, it's supposed to be 1 marshmallow, but if you can fit 2 on there, I mean, more power to you. I've also seen some skinny dudes that have dated some big broads, but at 36, I don't know, Brandy. I think they've mostly been snapped up. I think at this point, you got to go be like a fat cougar or something. and maybe date some guys of color. I understand it's not your preference, but maybe you just give them a chance, you know? Don't be focused so much on the outward appearance, because I guarantee if a dude is dating you, they're not that focused on the outward appearance. This is just, I don't know, makes me sad the more I look at it. I don't know how to help you, Brandy, but the truth is you got to get up off the couch. You got to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? It seems to me like you have just given up and you think a dating app is going to fix that, and that is never the case. You're going to be sorely disappointed. Anyways, do you hate seeing happy couples in public? Elliot Roger, is that you? I'm pretty sure. I do with a passion. I can't accept the fact that I'll end up alone. I mean, that's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You've put this on yourself, right? You made this exact decision. Every time you say it, you're making that decision. It feels horrible when all you want to do is give and receive love. You could find somebody to love you, I swear it, but you're gonna have to love yourself first. You're gonna have to stop being toxic first. I know it's hard, but you can do it, maybe. I'm not ugly by any means. I work out, eat healthy, take care of my appearance, etc. Honestly, that's a good start. That's more than we can say about Brandy 36, 4'11", fat, missing teeth in the last post. So you got a leg up on some of these chicks out here. I gotta give you props for that at the very least, right? But I can't get a guy that I can keep and have a meaningful relationship with. I'm not toxic or difficult by any means. Yeah, something is going on here. I'm gonna tell you that much. You can't just point the finger at everybody around you and be like, oh, it's all their fault. They did this to me. Like, no. If you were having this problem consistently throughout relationships, it might mean that you are the overarching factor. I think I'm too nice and need to change that. Okay. I hate seeing couples in public, especially when they're having a good time and holding hands. Why not me? Dude, this is, I said at the beginning of the video something about femcels, and here we are. This is exactly that. I'll tell you why not you. Because you don't have the right attitude about the whole thing. Jealousy's not a good look. You are more toxic than you think. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I tried everything. Dating apps, meet people in public, etc. Nothing works out for me. I'm too old to date too. I'm 36, female. I don't know, man. Overall, I just think that you are a lot. Even in this post, I'm getting a bit more than I would be willing to deal with IRL. 36, that's not a deal breaker, okay? There's dudes out there, you can find somebody, but you continue to shoot yourself in the foot with these self-fulfilling prophecies. You're like, oh, you don't understand. I'm the best person ever, okay? Maybe let's not go that far. Then I'll just accept the fact that I'll end up alone. Okay, well, now you've gone too far in the other direction. I'm getting all sorts of mixed signals here, and I don't understand exactly what it is that you want. Somebody to build a meaningful relationship with. But is that the truth? Because if that was the truth, then you probably would have stuck in one of the relationships that you had, right? It's a pretty simple equation to figure out, you know, why nothing is working out for you. And the answer is, you gotta take a good long look into the mirror. I know it's hard, it can be scary, but I believe in you. Don't write yourself off just because you're 36, putting negativity and desperation out into the universe and expecting sunshine and rainbows to come back to you. That's just not how it works, okay? You gotta be a bit more fun-loving. I don't mean you have to walk around acting like a fairy princess, but at least have a personality that isn't completely just woe is me, you know? Ugh. If it's something you want, you will find it. But yeah, you need to do some work on yourself before you drag somebody else down with you. All right. You think you have life so figured out, and that's cute, but I'm so worried for you when you learn that most of what you think will happen isn't going to. Wow, you are just a peach. So much positivity here. I'm not a subscriber of these beliefs, okay? The things that you happen are going to, as long as you put in the work to make them happen. You know, my dream was to get on YouTube, make a living on YouTube. Guess what? The universe aligned so that it could all happen. Yes, it took 6 years of nobody caring about the things that I was uploading, but those 6 years were spent getting comfortable behind a microphone so maybe people would want to listen to the things that I have to say. There's not a lot of people out there that would spend all those years. They probably spend, you know, 1-2 years, give up. Okay, it's not gonna work. But if you're really hungry for it, if you really angle yourself towards success, you can do whatever you want to do. That's completely true. Don't let people like this bring you down just because they're miserable. Other cool things will happen, but not because you're nice or have a great personality, because you knew when to know your place and you knew when to stand your ground. What? You unequivocally do not ever get to talk down to, make me feel bad, upset me in some dumb, over-the-top way, go out of your way to be rude to me, because again, you're 22 and your name is Lionel. Why you gotta come at Lionel's? What's going on? That's the best argument that you have for why he should treat you like a decent human being. Because to me, it seems like you're not treating him like a decent human being. So what goes around comes around, as far as I'm concerned. When I need to get a flight booked, I get it booked. I command power. That's something that people with no power in their own lives often say. I'm totally in control. Let me tell you something. Nobody is in control. I spent so long getting on this YouTube game. It could all fall out from under me tomorrow, but you know what? We'll deal with that when it comes. Don't problem the problem. Let the problem you. But this lady, yeah, she is the problem. She always problems the problem because she consists of nothing but problems. I don't know why you're so obsessed with proving you're up to caliber with me. Oh, that's what it is. You have deluded yourself into thinking that I give a single damn what you think about me. Get over yourself. Honestly, why not be a kid and be like, yeah, she's dumb, but she bangs, so... What? Is this total cougar status? Is this another 36-year-old running around with some 22-year-old? At least she found it. Maybe we are moving up the tier list or something. But yeah, to command all these things and talk yourself up and talk me down, I really don't care if you do bang. I guarantee you the vajayjay just ain't that good. I'm not gonna sacrifice my self-respect for your dirty hole. Most of the people in my life aren't NPCs, but they all started as ones, just like your little ass right now. NPCs? We still going off with that meme? That's from like 2016, isn't it? I guess it finally hit the mainstream. It's officially dead. You want your prize without paying your dues. The most sense. Something was cut off in the middle there. I guess it doesn't matter. All she's really doing is being a rambly, toxic. OP finally chimes in and says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in that way at all whatsoever. First of all, never apologize to people like this. They're just trying to run you down. So you stand your ground and you say, deal with it. I said it and I meant it, you stupid hoe. Maybe in nicer words than that. You choose, it's fine. I should have thought about how I phrased that, but I didn't mean it like that at all. See, this is why you're getting walked over, bro. It's time to push back. It's time to be like, look, I had enough of your crap. I don't have to sit here and put up with it. I have my whole life ahead of me. You got one foot in the grave, so maybe just reassess a little bit. You already went out of your way to tell me exactly which girl you're kissing and exactly what is going on with this little idiot. Bro, this is some high school stuff. She's way too old. He's 22. I can let it fly. She's probably 30 something. You should not be acting like this. It's probably one of those stupid memes. Who would you kiss first? And he made the mistake of answering it. The correct answer for future reference is I would only kiss you, darling, unless she actually is toxic and he's doing everything that he can to escape, which is what it seems like to me. Hell, I would. How about I kiss all of them except you? Which is like exponentially ballsy and just insane. If I told you who I'd been banging, it would destroy your entire world. Have some goddamn respect. Kissing and banging. Yes, these two things are equivalent. If you can't handle the fact that he's kissed people before he met you, or that he wants to kiss somebody from a meme or some crap like that, then maybe you do need to take a step back. Think good and hard about your life and the position that you play in everybody else's life, because right now it seems to me like you're just the antagonist. You are terrible. This is what I meant about not shooting too soon with, we make such better friends. We'll see. If you prove yourself, you're still useful to me. Oh God, useful to you? Just the most utilitarian way that you could put it. Yeah, I only want to use you, but only if you're usable. Like, no, that's not how it works, stupid. That's where male friends live in my life. You aren't testing well so far, okay? Then count me out of the running. I don't care. I didn't realize I was in the running, but I don't want to be there no more. The context for this message is apparently that she found out that he was dating somebody else and she's just having a full-blown meltdown, which makes it even better, doesn't it? She just can't handle the fact that they're not together, never gonna be together, so she thinks the way to win him back is by putting him down endlessly. I'll give you a little leniency because everyone's messed up right now, especially in the communication department. But you're gonna blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna do a goddamn thing, especially not what you tell me to do. I don't need your leniency like you're extending an olive branch. I'll set that shit on fire. I hate you and everything that you represent. Are you kidding me? Just sad. It's just sad, bro. I don't know why you would do this, especially in the DMs where everybody can see it, gets posted on Reddit and whatnot. I don't know why she hasn't been cut off 100%. What are you doing out here, Lionel? It's time to say bye-bye. Cut the cord, you know? You not have somebody like this in your life hanging around. Good God. I don't need this toxicity in my life either, for that matter. So, bye, Felicia. A woman becomes a reflection of how you treat her. If you don't like how she's acting, look at how you are treating her. Now, this is a very toxic mindset. I do agree with like the base message, you know what I mean? You see your wife walking around looking like crap. Well, that's because you didn't water her with enough of your love, you know? But you know, nice girls are gonna take this to like a whole new extreme. They'll be like, oh my God, that means I can do whatever I want and it's all his fault. And that is simply not the case. I will look at things objectively every time. I'll be like, actually, you are responsible for your own actions. It's shocking, I know. But yeah, women being a mirror, it does ring some truth, you know, at least to me. But then again, wifey and I are also in a pretty codependent relationship. Twitch chat out here saying that, yeah, this takes away autonomy from women, which is a good point, you know? You could be a jerk, you could be a happy fairy princess without needing anybody else to set you up for that. Regardless, I do think that it rings true, at least in the arcing overview of my own relationships. But yeah, you know this is going to be misinterpreted 100%. This is just like the easiest way for nice girls to pass the buck. Oh, I'm just a reflection of you. Why did you cheat on me? It's your fault, actually. Okay, I mean, sometimes that is the case, okay? But at the end of the day, it's always a personal decision. Wifey and I, we've had some rocky times together. but she always made the decision not to go out on the town and run around, you know? And to be fair, I've made exactly the same decision. I don't see a reason for all that. You want a meaningful relationship, then it's up to you to create it. I guess we'll do one more and then we'll get out of here. We're getting up in numbers right now. What makes you even say that when you don't even know me? Based on what little I did learn, I just don't think it's a good match. Nothing personal. I wish you the best and I hope you find what you desire. Oh, that's so nice. OP just cutting them loose in the nicest way possible. But how do you think a nice girl's gonna take it? She's gonna freak out, of course. What little did you learn? But that's fine. You're far from wrong if you think I'm rushing anything, lol. Just like I said, worst case, we become friends. I'm looking for a friendship to turn to more if it feels right, but psh, all good. Yeah, it's all good. You seem like a really well-balanced person that is handling this with grace. I deserve someone who can support me far more than one who works at the place that you do. Also a real man who knows what he wants versus you judging me like an immature boy. Oh my God. This is one of the most deflecting responses ever. You're the one that's acting like a little baby right now, but she's like, yeah, if I just call you immature, then it won't seem like I'm as immature. It's not working, okay? Everything you've said here is just terrible and shows how salty and butthurt you actually are. You should really change your bio on Bumble then. Waste of a night talking to you last night. I don't wish you the best. Oh, snap. She said, I don't wish you the best. Wow. What a burn. All this after one day, one night of talking, and she's like, I'll never get that time back. Can't you just be grateful for the experience that you had, you know? Back when I was in Japan, I was on dating sites and stuff like that. I talked to this one girl on the phone. We had phone. Well, we set up a date that she never showed up for. Turns out she was dating some dude who admittedly was better looking than me. So I said, good for her. I'm glad we had our moment. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of interaction with another human being. And I'm grateful for that. But if I turned it around and had like a full-blown meltdown over it, cried like a little baby and called her an immature little girl or something like that, that's not a good look. Just hold the L and move on. You know, that's probably the best thing that you can do. You're just like, all right, that's what you want. Okay, I respect your decision. Thank you. I guarantee you that he is in no way devastated. She just ripped the mask off and he's like, oh, thank God. I don't know what she thought she was doing. She thought she was making some points, but yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody out there can see right through this one. Crazy Girl says, we are not breaking up. I love you. I'll give you space, but we're not breaking up. I'm not having a hot girl summer because we aren't breaking up.
What more do you want from me?
Date asked me to pay for her Uber at the end of the night. Nah, that's on you. You took the subway or what? I'm not gonna buy you fucking subway tokens. What are you talking about? That's ludicrous. We each agreed to bring our own transportation. I have nothing to do with that. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. She says, all right, almost there. Thank you for dinner tonight. And he says, yeah, no problem. I'm pretty put off by the request for money for the Uber, to be honest. So I think it's best we just go our separate ways. Well advised. She's a do-nothing. She's gonna squeeze you for every penny because she ain't got no pennies, you see? This OP big brain. I like to see men knowing when to walk away. She says, when I go on a date, I always get offered to pay the Uber by a man, even without asking. Honestly, I've never asked a guy to pay because they usually care and offer, even if I don't mention it. Yeah, well, I don't care. I never cared. Feeding you dinner, that's not caring, because you didn't give me even more. Why don't you shut your fucking mouth, you succubus? It's like gentleman's escort manner. Escort, huh? Maybe it's only been a date with nice ones. It's okay if you want to keep your own style, but it's just tips for you. Good luck with it, but my standard doesn't fit you. I appreciate the dinner. Bye! Yes, okay, we've agreed that we're incompatible. Why does it have to be like I'm the one that chose to end this, for the record? You see the little flip reverse she tried to do? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You and the other girls at your fucking hen nights. That's it. Nobody's keeping track. Also, you shouldn't say you're gonna send money if you didn't mean it. Wait, did he say that? Yeah, just get in the Uber. I'll give you money when I get home. And then he checked his balance. He's like, that girl eats like a trash compactor.
Damn, little lady. You sure can't put it away.
My checking's never gonna recover. OP's only response is, you shouldn't buy Ubers that you can't afford. Bye. If you can't afford an Uber, you're in dire straits. If one dinner with a fat girl will put your whole shit out of whack, then maybe you just shouldn't be dating. That's not the point in your life where you need to be worrying about that. That's a tip for both of you. Everybody can apply that one. She says, yeah, I'm so broken. Puppy dog eyes. Lol. Yeah, you won in that exchange for sure. Most of men try to take care of woman's ride when it's on a date if they knows how to escort woman. Winky emoji. Was this an escort thing? Like, she said it multiple times. She's gonna say it one more time again. Here it comes. I recommend you to not go on a date if you can't care. Escort, but get put off for an Uber fee. Ha ha ha. Anyways, I hope you're having good night. What's up with like the broken English and stuff? She's just like a Russian prostitute? Is that what's going on here?
Alright, drop the coats on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. She wanted me to pay for her Uber. Do you believe that shit? Like, I'm sure some dudes would pay for an Uber if you really had a connection and you were that invested already. But to be presumptuous about it, come on. I wasted a little bit of money on the dinner, but sure, I found out that you and I don't connect really. So yes, you pay for your own Uber. If theoretically you did end up chopped up in a dumpster somewhere because you couldn't get a ride with the Uber and you couldn't afford it legitimately, I'd feel bad. I would feel a little bit bad. But mostly because it would be an inconvenience when the cops come to question me because I went on a date with you last night. Oh man, that's gonna be terrible for me. Okay. Brace for impact, I guess. I don't know if that joke's too mean. It's fine. We'll leave it in. It's a dead Russian hooker. What do you want? Nobody batted an eye before I pointed it out. Why am I the bad guy for pointing it out? God. I gotta go away from this now. I didn't respond to her text for a day because I was working and sick. You said you don't ghost, and you literally are doing that, and it's so fucking rude and weird. No. This behavior that you're doing right now is rude and weird. Like, people don't know what ghosts are. Ghosts leave forever, okay? One day is not ghosting. Unless you're a dog, I guess, because one day really does feel like forever for them. So she's just a little dog brain girl, you know? Some people prefer cat girls. We've been experimenting with dog brain girls. It's trace amounts of science. You're not much of a catch. You're monotone and clearly have baggage. And you have the audacity to treat me like I'm not worth your time? Oh my god, dude. If monotone is the worst that she could hit you with, like, I think you're sort of winning out here, bro. You're going to be on dating apps for a long time because you are arguably autistic and just downright rude for someone who looks the way you do. Good fucking luck, bro. OP says, lose my number, please. She says, I did. You're worthless. Even your dad thought so. Bye. Have a good life. You coming after my grandpa or Did you really bring up your daddy leaving you behind on a first date? That's not a great look, OP. Come on now. Come on. Her last message is, I will lose your number when you lose your loose-ass skin and shit attitude. You friggin' preg! Oh, man. She's off a rocker. OP did take it with some grace, though. I'll say that. Just lose my number. I want to go a lot harder. Whatever you know about her, it's all coming out. Listen here, you walking Sephora ad with makeup so thick I bet your face could stop a fucking bullet. How are you a walking advertisement for every cheap Chinese cosmetic brand that ever existed? But I'd really rather talk about what's underneath all of that, or rather, you know, what's not. Here's a news flash. No amount of contouring can sculpt you some character or some charisma. You're basically a billboard of superficiality, shouting to the world your lack of anything remotely interesting or intelligent to contribute. Every time you speak, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. And that's not just because your voice could shatter glass, but because every word that you utter is a testament to your own vacuous existence. You're so far from being a threat to anyone's intelligence that you're the equivalent of intellectual white noise. Utterly ignorable. You're a pretty package with nothing inside. A gift that nobody asked for or wants. That's why you're so desperate to cling on to any scrap of attention that basically any man on the planet will give you. You latch on and you never let go. You contribute absolutely nothing. You're a leech in its purest form. Maybe that's a little too much, but you know, it's just scattershot. You see what sticks. You tried to cut me deep, I'm gonna make sure that I cut you deeper. That's just how that goes. But we're moving on to the next post. Obviously that chick is miserable, and probably the next one will be too. Genuinely curious if I said something even remotely insulting. Probably not. She just blew up because all the insecurities are inside of her, festering away. But let's hear what you said. She said, haha, yes it would. I'm a 2-hour walk, 30-minute bike ride from furthest places I go. But before I biked, I walked everywhere, and I don't know how I did it. I'm tough as hell, but it's not like I had a choice, you know? Edited. What you up to, Chico? Opie says, still at work, fulfilling contracts. She says, aw, nice. He said, I saw your story. I wish my arms were that vascular. And she says, vascular? Yeah, I don't got like the weird fucking creepy looking arm veins that some chicks are into. And apparently she took that shit real personal. She says, go back to therapy. You weren't there long enough. OP says, I haven't gone yet today, but thanks. Yeah, this is really degenerated out of nowhere, hasn't it? Ask to stay longer if they have a spot. You're an asshole. OP says, what? I was just commenting on my non-vascular arms. Fucking rude. Don't act dumb. You're mean. I didn't do anything to you. You're ugly as dog shit. Talking to me crazy. End yourself tonight. What?
Listen, you son of a what the f***'s your problem?
Yeah, I don't even know where this is coming from. Does she have you confused with somebody else? OP finally starts to clap back and says, bro, sounds like you need the therapy. What is wrong with you? That's a long list. We don't have time to go into that. You do know that vascularity has to do with veins popping, which also tends to happen when you're in better shape. And I was saying, I wish I had that vascularity in my arms, translated to, I wish I was a healthier weight. Make excuses all you want, but you're rude AF, sexist MFer. What? I'm still not understanding what the problem is. OP just says, all right, thanks for telegraphing the psychotic bullet you are so I can make an early dodge. Yeah, this is completely out of nowhere. I guess him calling her arms vascular, like vascular is a somewhat masculine trait, I guess. Was he talking about her veiny arms and she just has a complex about it? Did she have man hands?
She had man hands.
I guess it could be considered rude to call a woman's arms vascular, but there's really no need to blow up about it this hard. Her blowing up about it this hard tells me that somebody used to make fun of her for that. One of her deepest insecurities, and you brought it to the surface. Now you can use it as a sword to strike her down at your will. Just call her Vasculina, or Capillary Cara. I don't know what her name is. You can come up with something. Brenda with the blood bulges, you know? Whatever. Obviously some deep-seated insecurity. Not your damage at all, OP. I think you're well advised in just walking away from this. Unfortunately, another dude's gonna come into contact with this mess, but maybe she'll get it figured out. Maybe. I don't care if she does or doesn't, honestly. Anyway, moving on. This girl comes into my life every few months. No matter what, I'm always in the wrong. How could you didn't say happy birthday to me, skull emoji? OP says, did you forget that you blocked me? Why would I say anything to you? Yeah, but I didn't delete you. I blocked you for a reason, so you need to say sorry. You need to jump off a bridge. Leave me alone. OP also needs to stop responding. Stop fucking playing the little game. Like, look, we're done here, okay? I don't want to celebrate your birthday. I'm going to celebrate the day that you blocked me. The day that you walked out of my life. Hopefully forever, but here you fucking stand once again. So hurry up and leave so I can mark a new date on the calendar. Nice girl, double standards at its best. How likely is it for a man with no kids to date a woman with kids? 'Cause I'm looking. Why does the man have to have 0 kids? Because I will never be able to love somebody else's kid the way I love my own. That's not fair. So he's expected to sacrifice what you're not willing to? Okay. It's not really okay. But, you know, you let people have their delusions or whatever, their standards. I guess standards is the nicer thing to call them. Delusions really is the more realistic thing to call them, because you said kids, plural. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's gonna jump into that. 1 kid? Maybe. I could see it, but yeah, multiple kids is probably not gonna happen. And the realization is slowly creeping in. That's why she's out here looking for validation on social media. Somebody please tell me that it could actually happen. I mean, it could actually happen, but yeah, the chances aren't good. How likely is it? Not. Not very likely. Probably some people get a little pissed off. I'm keeping it a bit too real, but I don't know, dude. What I can tell you is that it wouldn't be me. Could never be me. And my advice, personally, don't let it be you either, fellas. All right, moving on. Did I overreact here, or is she cray-cray? Cute, 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 says Angel. LP says, hi, Angel. What's cute? Not you, the dog. And he sends a shrug, Obama. The goal is to be chubby. And he said, yeah, I heard cute girls like that. I'm very ugly then. Already with the negging, the fishing for compliments in a way that is also complimentary to herself. Assuming that being skinny is a good thing in this scenario. Which in my personal opinion, yes, indeed it is, but the whole vibe is off here. She's the devil in disguise.
Oh, yes, you are, devil in disguise.
OP says, I could tell. Try to be nicer to people. It might help. Angel emoji. Dude, I love that dunk. Holy shit. Obliterated, wrecked, melted, roasted, toasted. She's over. I love it. Come in here with that nasty vibe, you're gonna get popped in the mouth. I'll show you where you sit. You thought you were too cute to get any sort of retribution. You were wrong. Nice girl tries to defend herself by going, I'm honest, and people don't like honesty. I mean, we can be honest with a little bit of tact behind it, you know? I say some uncouth things, but it's often said in jest. And then we give a little bit of actual, like, real-world advice or wisdom behind it. If you're being quote-unquote honest without any sort of pragmatism behind it, that's just being a dick. Or a bitch, as the case may be. Anyway, she continues, you asked what I was commenting on. I answered and made it clear it was the dog and not you. I understand you are Korean, and isn't it in Asian culture you guys comment about each other's looks honestly? And on that, she is right. As an outsider looking in on Korea, like, it is a rather vapid culture. Plastic surgery for your 18th birthday as like a common thing there seems a little bit vapid, that's all I'm saying. However, again, we need to practice some pragmatism here. You can't just be like, oh, I'm not the problem here, and I'm going to use your own ethnicity as the excuse. Like, that doesn't really fly if you bring it out into broad daylight, does it? I don't know what I'm even talking about here, because this broad doesn't have any daylights on. There's not a spark of anything going on up there. Negging and fishing for compliments, that's her entire existence. That's how she validates herself. That's good. It's a real nice choice you made there, Angel. I hope it keeps you warm at night. Oh. Anyway, I swapped Instagrams with her 5 minutes after matching on Hinge, so of course I follow a lot of women, and then she stalked my following. Yeah, this is one of those things. You got too many. Why is this dude liking your post? Like, social media is so ridiculous. It's not where all these problems started, but it certainly exacerbated them. Anyways, she says, "Do you even like Latinas, sir? Your following popped up in my recommendation, and damn, I ain't even none of what they look like or ethical background." What? Ethical? I think you mean ethnic. Oh boy. Well, she's dumb, I can tell you that much. OP says, wait, what does being Latina have to do with me being trapped in a basement? Is this some kind of ritual I'm not aware of? Oh, were you guys doing some weird RP thing? Wait, what do you mean? Asks OP, and she says, nothing. I just scrolling, and most of the recommendation of followings consisted of your following, and damn, you follow a whole lot of women, might I say. Yeah, I guess you might. Does that make you insecure in some way? I can't imagine why that would be when you have such a winning and magnetic personality. I really always wanted somebody who would claim ownership of me and start criticizing my choices of who I follow within 5 minutes of meeting me. That's great. That's a really good look. What are you going for right now? He says, I didn't really look through my following before, and look at that. I don't really care, to be honest. Unless if it was my partner, then I would give a damn. But since I don't have one, shrug emoji. Damn, she's so subtle. She really wants to dig her claws in the OP. I don't know what's going on there. But it seems to be working out because OP returns the vibe, I guess. He says, I don't know, me no have partner. I'm chilling right now. Should I quit my job? Yes, do it. The answer to everything is always yes. She said, I'd be concerned if you did. Oh, that's a good, question to feel her out, you know what I mean? Would you like me if I didn't have goddamn anything at all? And that answer right there means no, I wouldn't. Okay, then you're not the one. Move on. Or maybe she was talking about the partner thing. Who cares? She says, quit your job if you want to. Depends on what you work as. And then complete non sequiturs, he answers the first question she asked. Do you even like Latinas? Okay, he says yes, Lamau, and she said, oh, that's nice. Following shows the opposite. That's nice. I don't know what to say to that, to be honest. I have no reply. And he just says, slay. Completely checked out of it already. I love it. She says, I feel like I know you from somewhere. College name? Oh, now I know. You dated that one girl. Oh. Yeah, just make me feel bad about my previous choices, as if you're not the worst choice that I could ever possibly make. It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off. OP says, which girl? And she says, no commentary. I'm glad this isn't romantical. I'd actually be pissed off. Shaking my head would have me thinking I'm ugly. And he says, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about types. Usually people like specific features or facial attributes, so if this was romantical, I would be hella pissed. And he just says, yeah, this shit's weird. I'm just gonna head out. She's trying to be subtle at a thing that only she knows or something. Or no, wait, because he doesn't follow Latina women exclusively. She's like, oh yeah, I'm just not your type, or something like that. What the hell is going on here? Is this just what dating apps are now? How terrifying. Oh yeah, we met on Hinge, now let's check out each other's Instagrams. Oh, now we get to start off the relationship with a bunch of insecurities about, oh, I don't look like this girl that he follows. Wow. We're just shooting ourselves in the foot before we even start. We're gonna be on Hinge forever. Maybe that's what you want deep down. Like a connection, but not too close because you might get hurt. Anyway, whatever. It's armchair psychology. This user says, whiplash to her saying she really likes me, etc. in previous conversations. He says, hey, this isn't working for me. I feel as though I've tried my best to keep this conversation fun, offer you support, reassure you of my attraction, but I keep getting the impression that it isn't enough or I'm doing something wrong. I'm not willing to carry on trying and second guessing at this stage, and I think it's best if I just move on. Best of luck with everything, X. No worries, I feel the same. I'm the best, X. Seriously removed me. Wow, you're a child. Laughing with tears emoji. But there was no laughing.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I was worried about how to break not being attracted to you, but you've made this so much easier. This has genuinely made me laugh so much. She doesn't mean laugh. All the best with finding someone that's less feminine than you, laughing with tears. She's hurt. Deep down, she's real hurt, but, you know, she's trying to cover it up. Gotta cover it up with a whole boatload of cope. Scratch back some of those ego points that we might have lost along the way when this entire thing fell apart. And with the way that he talks about it, you know, basically she's endlessly seeking validation. Not a fun person to be around. Very mopey. You know the type, don't you? Eeyore, but without any redeeming qualities.
Why are you always in such a bad mood?
I have a nail in my ass.
Oh.
I'm unhappy with life, but you're the one that needs to do something about it. No, Eeyore picked up his house every time it fell down. He didn't burden anybody else with that task, all right? This woman's existence is a burden to everybody around her, including people that just have a brushing pass, a perhaps we should date. OP saw that shit like a freight train coming down the tracks, and he's like, nope. So I love to see it, honestly. There's some self-respect right there. She's never going to truly be happy no matter what you do because the damage has been inside of her all along. Until she gets that fixed, stay out of relationships. Or if you truly insist on being in a relationship, I guess keep these things in mind moving forward. She's not going to. All she thinks about is food. She's a fucking black hole! Anyway, moving on. One found me in the wild. Oh, they're out there. They're the ones that never ever leave the dating apps. So yeah, you gotta be super wary. OP says, hello, you received your friend request. Do we know each other from somewhere? And she says, good morning. No, we don't. I just requested you. OP says, okay, well, hi. If it's a big deal, you can unfriend me. Sorry I requested you. And he says, not a big deal at all. I was just curious. And then he says, hi, who are you? Why did you request me? Not in a mean way, just a getting to know you sort of way. Smiley. And she says, I understand, but after I told you no, I just requested you, your response with the laughing face seemed weird. You're an adult. You know we don't know each other. Next time, just say, hey, nice to meet you. Thanks for the friend request. Simple. OP says, wow, okay, well, nice meeting you briefly, maybe, I think. Good luck with everything. Yeah, smooth. Buttery smooth. Good job, everybody involved. I'll say she's more guilty. She's the one that made it arrogant, but I don't know. This entire exchange is just weird. Every time I look into any sort of dating app or interaction these days, it's all just really weird. This OP says, bullet dodge. Good for you. Crazy Girl says, we are not breaking up. I love you. I'll give you space, but we're not breaking up. I'm not having a hot girl summer because we aren't breaking up.
What more do you want from me?
This is already just, please don't. Baby, text me back. Tell me we aren't breaking up. Come on, baby, I love you. I'm gonna be your housewife. We're gonna have beautiful kids. Baby, I love you. Come on, baby. I love you. Have a good day. Yeah, this is getting unhinged pretty quick. How long were they together? Really doesn't matter to me, actually. Because when you start out by saying, hey, I'm gonna give you your space, and then go on to message them this many times, call them 1,000 times. Like, that's not giving anybody space. And then she wants to threaten him with a hot girl summer? If you don't say you love me back, I'm gonna go do coke and bang a bunch of dudes, and it's all gonna be your fault. Okay, well, no matter how bad you want to blame me for the actions that you took, you're the one that has to deal with the consequences. The fact that that's even an option for you tells me that you're not housewife material, okay? And the piece de resistance really is at the bottom of the post where it says, this sender's not in your contact list anymore. Young love. Or, you know, some semblance thereof. Because OP did confirm that she cheated on him before this storm, which is why she was so eager to get back into his good graces to continue maltreating him. Classic nice girl moves, is it not? Anyway, we're continuing on. OP says, is it just me, or was this not normal? If you have to ask. Hey there, how's it going? Hello, it's Monday, you know? At least it's almost over. Man, you are really close by, lol. That's right, I'm standing right behind you with a knife. No, she actually says, I don't work till Thursday night. Don't work a Monday to Friday schedule. Only work 12 nights a month. Full time for my field. Yeah, nursing. What's it like for you? Like 3-2-4-3 rotation? Plus it's still a Monday. She says, I work 3 nights, off 6 to 8 days, work another 3, off 6 to 8. Oh, okay. Gotcha. No, not gotcha. Bitch, that ain't full time. In no field is that full time. But I guess OP don't want to rock the boat this early. He just says, yeah, that's not too bad. And she said, of course it's not. And that's the big red circle where it all went downhill. Interesting. OP says, maybe you are not regular nurse, right? Yeah, she does brain surgeries, mostly on her own brain, mostly with an ice pick. It's just a lobotomy. She just says, I work less than most and paid a lot. That's a normal nurse schedule. Most do overtime. OP says, Yeah, this is all falling apart real quick. She's weird and evasive and go no further. That's the message I'm getting. She says, I'm a nurse practitioner now. Get my PhD in December. OP says, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Nurse practitioner or anesthetist or something. Something advanced and maybe a special department. But that's cool. Congrats. She says, regular nurses work 12 a month too. I said most pick up overtime. Okay, it's a really weird thing to get stuck on, especially if he's giving you a pass on it. OP says, yeah, I know, it's hard work. And she says, not for me. I'm smart, and I know what I'm doing. OP says, oh, nice. I've been in ICU nursing for 17 years. Wow, that's so interesting. Are you at all worth interacting with outside of that? I'll come to you if I'm choking. How about that? I don't really want to deal with you in any other capacity. Even, like, during a hospital stay or something, she's like, I can't make mistakes. I'm too smart. Gives you the wrong medicine and you die. She's a self-important jackass. It's best to walk away. And you're correct, OP. It's not normal. We can forgive a few red flags here and there, but she is letting you know far in advance what you are in for. So just move forward with that knowledge. And good luck. This OP says, took her 10 messages to ask me for money already, and I'm the petty one. OP says, oh, I was in the army as well. Got out in 2020, though. What was your MOS? Well, if you're free this weekend at all, I'd love to take you out. She says, I'm in cybersecurity. You cash-apping me for breakfast? Where you reside? OP says, lol, okay. I see what you're looking for on here. Wish you the best. Bye-bye. I ain't looking for shit, but I don't mess with petty either. Bitch, you can't even afford breakfast. You about as petty as it gets. But yeah, we don't need to tell her that. She already knows, okay? Not even smart enough to fry an egg. Just gets on Facebook and slams her face. Hey, would you send me money? For what? For existing? It's not my job to fucking feed you, okay? Good on OP for walking away, as with most of these posts today. I'm really liking that. Probably wasn't even an actual woman anyways. Just some man in a third world country. Tried to get the Cash App, whatever. Quite pathetic indeed. I'll give you money for an Egg McMuffin. Just be straight up with me. Like, hey, I'm in a third world country. I don't have many prospects. Could you give me $5 to help me get on my feet? Well, if all it's gonna take is $5, all right. But the thing is, the really weird thing is that when people get money for free, they don't respect it as much as if they had earned it themselves. They'll go buy a bunch of frivolous shit with it and then come back tomorrow and ask you for another $5.
Here you go. This is for you. Don't buy no drugs.
In the worst case scenario, of course. I'm sure there's plenty of success stories out there of people getting $5 and turning their whole lives around. Whatever, I'm getting more negative as this goes on. I just wasn't ready today. This OP says, girl I'm seeing has an insane friend. Yeah, we know how that goes, huh? She says, I never said blank had herp. That's not who it's referring to. And OP says, well, who were you talking about? Some girl I know you've been messing around with in that place. Thanks for the drama though, bud. And he says, lol, now I know you're lying. She says, I'm not giving you a name, so you can just cause me more drama. I don't care. And he says, yeah, convenient. And she says, maybe quit throwing your dick around. Ruined a 10-year friendship. I hope your dong falls off. And that's a weird enough exchange in itself, but when you add the backstory to it, it really adds some layers, so I'm gonna read it here. OP matched with Red on Tinder, who's a crazy girl, and we messaged a little, but nothing ever came of it other than following each other on social media. I started seeing another girl, Blue, recently, and apparently they were friends. Red DM'd me when she found out I was seeing Blue to tell me that Blue had herpes. Obviously, that's a pretty serious allegation, so I brought it up with Blue. We were both sure that we were clean, but got tested anyway. All clear. So Blue confronts Red, and then Red DMs me. I haven't slept with anyone from or in the city she mentioned in green. She goes on to blame me for her lies and psychopathy. Nice girl. Yeah, jealousy's a hell of a thing. At the end, she's like, you ruined a 10-year friendship. No, that was your choice. I had nothing to do with it. They didn't even have a physical exchange of any sort. Just some messages, and this crazy chick wants to lay claim and ownership. I can't believe you would date him. I talked to him one time. You're out of your mind. You realize that. I mean, she doesn't yet, but someday it'll be a shocking revelation for her. This OP says, there was an attempt to explain how you're not my type anyway is somehow a compliment. OP says, snap invite accepted. She says, lol, okay, good. I just woke up from a nap anyway. Okay, yeah, kind of figured. Flake like the rest, of course. Eye roll emoji. Jesus, man. Talk about playing your hand just like super early. Now that we can stalk each other on social media, let me show you how weird I can get. Okay, you'll excuse me if I never want to talk to you again. You're honestly not even close to my type. I'm really just trying, but it doesn't matter. You're all the same. OP says, whoa, that was rude. I wasn't near my phone, so I just got these texts. I wasn't flaking. We talked yesterday about you coming over to my place since I hadn't been feeling well. I thought that was still the plan. Until now, that is. And she said, I thought you was joking. And he says, nope. Yeah, don't let her back her way out of this one. You make those consequences stick. She says, well, miscommunication a bit, so I guess I blew it already. Awesome. You certainly did. And it wasn't a miscommunication. The miscommunication is everything that came before the mask came off. This is who you really are underneath there, and I saw it. And I don't want to see it no more. Feel better, sorry, didn't understand. Just figure you'd tough it out or just cancel. So, to be clear, we're not happening anymore because I'm a fuck up, apparently. Yeah, it's just some good unfortunate vibes there. Do something to blow it up and then throw yourself on the altar of mercy. I'm just such a piece of shit. And most people aren't mean enough to bend down and be like, yeah, you are, and put a bullet in your head, but I will. I'll tell you straight. We had a good thing going, you dumb son of a bitch, and you just had to ruin it with your pride and your ego. OP says, you said, and I quote, you're not honestly close to my type. Not exactly a flattering statement. Oh, but she's gonna try and reel it back right quick. This is gonna be wonderful. I was gonna explain what I meant on our date in person. It's a good thing, actually. Yeah, we've entered the spin zone. I always tend to go for ones that don't have their shit together, so to speak, and it never goes anywhere. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone of dating younger guys with a record, which never goes anywhere, so to speak. That's right, I used to date bad boys, but now I'm ready to settle for someone like you. How about fuck you? I'm gonna go find somebody that actually appreciates me for what I could offer. Thank you. Also get AIDS. ReddX brand Super 8.
He's got AIDS.
I've missed this. So good. She says, so actually it is a compliment, but I understand how it would come across. So either you're a moron, or you think I'm a moron, or both of us are fucking morons, but there's definitely some moronicism going on here. That's what I know. I think it is best if I just see myself out. She says, no excuse though, just caught me in a defeated mood, I guess. I'm not perfect. Yeah, you're not even trying hard to be, are you? Just laid down on square one and said, I'm sorry, I'm such a piece of shit. I need to find somebody who will drag me to the finish line. Yeah, that ain't gonna be me. Good luck out there, though. I've been dating hard, and I've put in so much time and energy for nothing. You wanna know why that is? Because you're scared of success. So everything that's going relatively well, you feel the need to blow it up and then blame the entire world for being against you when you've been your own worst enemy the entire time. But I guess we're truly not ready to have that conversation quite yet. It's just starting to take its toll. I do think you're cute and funny, really. Just different for me is all. Okay, I'm done. Take it as you want. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it at all. I will leave that exactly where it was. Remove you from all the things. And then we could both be on our way. Me towards somebody who appreciates my unique brand. And you towards, I don't know, being bitter at the world and filling up a house with cats till you die alone in it. Sorry, not sorry. That's the only way I see it unfolding for you at this point. Unless you learn to fucking take a chill pill, you know? Hop offline, go touch some grass. If you find yourself obsessing about somebody who hasn't sent you a message yet, just give it time. People exist outside of their phones. Although, people that are glued to it 24/7 might not fully realize that. Anyway, this OP says dating apps suck in her bio, but he sent a message anyway, and it said, hey you, I love your glasses. Too bad they cover such gorgeous eyes, laughing emoji. And she said, the laugh emoji, seriously, that's not funny at all, weirdo. And then a pig, and then a laughing emoji, and then a skull. I think she only lurks on dating apps so she can feel better about herself rejecting guys that hit on her because she's got a masculine jaw that looks like she can crack open walnuts. That's all she's good for. That's what we keep her around for. It certainly isn't her sunny disposition, is it? I won't go in too deep. We'll move along. This OP says, the whole time I thought her abrasiveness was an act, but it's who she really is. Yeah. It's like that they used to say, when people show you who they are, believe them. It's that simple a lot of the time. Anyway, she says, you can join me in PZ for a little if you want. And OP says, I sort of thought you were done with me after you removed the thing on field, lol. I was gonna just let it be, but if that's not the case, then I just have to say that I really didn't appreciate the way you spoke to me last time. I often don't, but I can usually deal. I can't imagine you're willing to be able to change the way you talk to people, and I probably can't stop being sensitive, so I don't know what to do or say. What you say is fuck off. I'm done with you. I'm a human being. I refuse to be spoken to that way. Where are your balls? That's what I really gotta ask. One message in. Maybe I'll find them through this string. I hope so. She says, I don't want to sleep with you anymore, but I'm fine remaining casual friends that game together. Nah, you want me to carry you is what it is. Not gonna happen. No free rides! You think I want to play every game 4-on-5 because you suck hard? Forget about it. She says, but if you don't want that either, it's fine. I'll deal. Oh yeah, everybody's dealing. Not very well, admittedly, but they are dealing, I guess. OP says, were you planning on sharing that with me? I would like to keep gaming with you. Am I wrong about you changing the way you speak to me? I'd like to be wrong. I have enough self-respect that I don't want to deal with that anymore. Good for you. Love to see all these dudes with a backbone today. Yeah, he found his balls all right. She said, the way I speak to you is directly responsive to the way you act. So if you don't like it, yeah, the problem's with you, not me. Why are we even engaged? Just fucking cut the line. This one ain't no good. OP says, that's so toxic. If someone makes a mistake in a difficult game, you're allowed to be shitty to them? I don't think a dog should be treated like that. You know a dog that can play Rainbow Six Siege? Anyway, it sounds like we, as people, don't get along. Have a nice life. And she says, indeed, delete my number, please. Okay, good. Mutual parting of the ways. She wanted to open that door and sneak back in. OP wasn't having none of it. You changed the way you talk to me. I use that line to my wife a few times. She gets a little too heated. I'm like, I will not be spoken to that way. And that usually nips it in the bud. But yeah, this girl's just making excuses. That's the way I am. It's your fault that I'm talking to you that way. Fuck you. It's deep down inside and you know it. You just don't want to take a look because you know it's horrible in there. And now so do I. So goodbye. Have a nice life if you're able to. Doubtful. OP says, I don't think relationships should be a one-upping. Yeah, people keeping score of anything in their life or relationship is pretty dumb. Like, you kind of got to keep score in your bank balance. But even then, don't look too close. It's stupid. Dating me is like continually being in competition. You're competing against me. What can you bring to the table that I already don't bring myself? Nail polish emoji. I don't know, a meaty hog, I guess, but maybe this is her way of telling us that she has a meaty hog. Maybe our meaty hogs can go truffle hunting together. I don't even know what that's a euphemism for. What I do know is I don't want to be continually in competition. I don't want to be in competition at all, period. That's not really my vibe. Everything you said just now seems really stressful and annoying, and I don't want to add that into my life, okay? And then on top of that, you probably be holding yourself back because she wants to compete, but only if she can win. And in order to keep your wife happy, you're gonna have to hold back from unleashing your true potential? Nah, dude, that's bullshit, bro. Become who you were always meant to be deep down inside. And if everybody's scared of that thing, then good! They should be. You don't know what I'm capable of. I don't know what I'm capable of, but I'm excited to find out. She just wants to turn it into a thing about her. So yeah, stay far away from this dating profile. I'm glad you told me up front about all that bullshit. That's the real MVP play. This OP says, in hindsight, I guess she was jealous? Yeah, maybe. Let's see. She says, I'm talented. Jesus Christ, isn't it kind of desperate to, like, date girls from all over the world? That's the opposite of desperation. I'm not trying to insult you or anything, but I mean... Yeah, but I mean, it's called being continental, okay? I'm sorry that you're intimidated by my range of options, but that's just the way that it is. It's not a problem with me. You're the one that needs to be more secure in yourself, which I guess is another theme of this episode. Just nice girls with no self-esteems and dudes with backbones shutting them down. Anyway, OP says, I was actually just screwing around on this app and we actually clicked, like, when we matched. And she says, I know, you told me, lol, still. And he said, yeah, I told her right away I'm not from Ireland. And she was like, oh, okay. And conversations are fun, so shrug. She's an absolute sweetheart, and if it doesn't end up anywhere, then oh well. She's definitely jealous. Yeah, that's like rule 1, isn't it? Don't talk about any other romantic prospects, past, present, or future. How do you not know this already? She says, nah, my man, I'm talking about the whole getting attached to someone who's not even in the same country as you, and you being like, maybe I'll go see her, lol, 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 100. Like, for real, my dude. Everyone can be nice by texts, Lamau. Yes, except for you, apparently. Why do you gotta crush the young man's dreams? Why can't you just let him have his imagination and play pretend? And who knows, like, he could get out there eventually. Saving up for a plane ticket is not an insurmountable task if you're really dead set on seeing somebody. Anyway, OP says, I'm not attached. And she says, sure. And he says, like, also, I'd be going to Ireland regardless, because it's on my list. Ha ha ha. Yeah, bucket list. I'm gonna kiss that Blarney Stone. Get over here, Blarney Stone, and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Fresh!
She just says, anyway, just sharing. I think it kind of looks sad / desperate to create relationships with people like that, but you know, you do you. Yeah, then why'd you even fucking bring it up to me? How about that? If you were truly live and let live, then you wouldn't feel the need to mention it at all, let alone throw it in my face in such a fashion. Just come right out and say you're jealous. Come out and say you're jealous of this chick that I've never met before. Make me choose between the two of you so I can pick her and you can fuck off out of here. She says, yeah, sure. I really don't want to sound insulting though. I'm kind of confused with ellipses before it. It's not up to me to explain this to you. Get the hell out of here. OP says, yeah, you kind of are. But hey, it's whatever. She said, you take it how you feel it. If it's insulting, then it's somehow hitting home. Whatever fits, my man. And he says, sure. I guess people don't get offended when people call them sad and desperate. It's kinda. Oh, so I'm only kinda sad and desperate. Okay. Thanks a lot. I feel better now. I'll open the door and invite this fucking succubus back in. OP says, I guess I'm just not reacting properly to it. And she says, I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, it seems to be a common theme for you, doesn't it? He says, yeah, that's all good. Just thanks for sharing your opinion. And she says, I think it's a pretty common / logic opinion concerning the matter. She put an X in concerning. We are fucking cooked, bro. It's over. But as usual, you can be frustrated if you want, like, whatever, lol. I think you're the one that's frustrated. I think all of this is coming from an ugly place and you don't know how to deal with it. You've never had to deal with it because everybody always bent the knee to you. I don't give a shit about your opinion on common sense or logic because the heart wants what it wants. If you want to fly halfway across the world and take a chance on romance, I say fucking do it, man! It might be wonderful, it might be a gigantic shit sandwich, but it's better than wondering what if, isn't it? Why don't you pass that through your common sense and logic meter, stupid? OP says, I'm not frustrated, I just don't get the point of this and why you care so much to make so many comments about it. Because jealous. I can't believe it took him this long to unpack that she was jealous the entire time. It's not that I care about it, I just find it concerning. It's to make you realize that maybe it's kinda, I don't know, weird. I don't give a fuck about being weird, we're past all that. People are like, oh, this person, that person's weird. Yes, so what? I thought that was the whole thing. We're fucking celebrating our differences, are we not? Oh, only the differences that we're allowed to celebrate. I see. I'm not gonna get into that shit too deep, but fucking... That's for another video. And there's plenty of people around you. Why creating relationships with people so far that you've never met and idealizing them? It's not super healthy on a psychological POV. Oh, so you're just looking out for my psychology. All right, big ups looking out for my psychology. But also, counterpoint, know you. Just know you. We haven't met it either, right? I'm an online person that you're idealizing right now, at least enough to be jealous of some chick that lives in Ireland. You got a degree in psychology, do you? Or are you just fucking talking out of your ass like usual? OP just says, oh, okay. Which is a good response. It uses much less energy. She says, I'm sorry if you can't comprehend this in any other way as insulting and getting annoyed / creating drama. I just think it's concerning since you've mentioned it. Like, very. I'm sorry if you're taking this the wrong way. Are you stupid or something? We have to go over the whole fucking thing again? Yeah, that's exactly what she wants. Until she can finally break down your psyche. OP says, look, I know I can get any girl here. I'm quite confident that I'm capable of it. Any girl, that's probably swinging pretty wide. But you know, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to? She says, Lamau, tone it down a bit. I don't think you could, to be honest. And he says, okay, bye. Literally, goodbye. Ugh, thank God. And by the way, I figured it out. It's not that you're intimidating. It's just that I find you very awkward. Childish isn't cute. Being such a drama queen either. God, pot, meet, kettle, huh? And tone down your cockiness. I think it's very misplaced. Yeah, well, the neat part about that is nobody fucking asked you. It's just that easy. And I continue about my day. She's gonna be absolutely wrecked by this, though. She's like, oh no, what does Ireland have that I don't? Potatoes. Potatoes is the answer. I love potatoes.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
And with that, I'm off to go eat some potatoes. So, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Join up on the Patreon and YouTube memberships if you would. Consistent money every month, helping us out a whole lot. We've also got the fourth wall if you're into some merch, but if you can't afford to do all that, I mean, liking, commenting, subscribing, especially sharing the video around is a huge help. So, thank you in advance if you've chosen to do those things. If not, I mean, that's cool too. You watched the video this far, what else can I really ask? Maybe watch another one, then the third one, and yeah, the YouTube algorithm really likes this stuff. But I can't truly tell you how to live. Wherever you're off to, have a good time. I want you to always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.